the second annual ACE Awards, celebrating the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007. This morning, awards will be handed out in many categories, including Drop of the Year, Best Guest, Worst Guest, Best Musical Performance, Song of the Year, and Rant of the Year. And now, your host for this morning's ceremony, Teresa Strasser and Danny Bonaducci.
Is that me?
That's you.
That's a smattering of applause, but they're all standing. Which is better? A smattering where they all stand, or a full-on applause but they stay seated?
You tell us, Danny.
I don't know. It's a quiz show now.
Well, I'll tell you what's a show. The ACE Awards.
The ACE Awards. I'm really excited. I have never been part of the ACE Awards. I know from working here exactly what they're supposed to be, but with our skipper ill, and let me make that perfectly clear, I'm going to make you the professor, even though I don't think, Brian, you could make a radio out of a coconut.
No.
I'm still going to make you the professor.
Oh.
Who would you rather be, Ginger or Marianne?
Marianne.
Found Marianne way hotter, which of course makes me go again.
I say she's both.
So
Thank you.
I've had that fantasy. So I believe what we do is we get right to the ACE Awards. Is that correct, ladies and gentlemen? All right, here we go. Here's our first category in today's special show, the ACE Awards. We are looking for Best New Bit and wait.
First, we'll do one at a time.
We have an award show intro that I understand is
Was that not just it?
very festive.
Guys.
Is that not just it? Best New Bit.
Is that no?
This is starting off very smooth.
Here we go.
There we go.
And the nominees for Best New Bit are Gay Walking,
Sylvester Stallone played a truck driver and professional arm wrestler in which movie?
Rhinestone? Of course I'm going to pick Rhinestone. I love rhinestones.
Who the sells this shit?
I'm selling this fully functional box fan because I'm moving and don't want to take it with me. It's a little dirty and noisy, but runs fine and gets the job done. Now, keep in mind, I'm not making this up. His advertisement says it's a little dirty and noisy. The two things you want to stay away from with the fan is noisy and dirty. If you're trying to take a nap, it's the middle of July, you got the window open. What is that?
How about a nice Hawaiian breeze?
You're not getting a breeze from Hawaii.
No.
You're getting a breeze from Hawaiian Gardens. Again, it's $5 for the Hawaiian box fan.
Angel Adam, Devil Danny.
Hi, my dilemma is that my girlfriend and I are virgins, and we're waiting for marriage.
Practice or your plumbing's going to back up. You won't be able to do it anyway.
Wow.
So you're saying,
The penis is a muscle and it will atrophy. Get to work.
Son, just walk forward, stumble forward, crawl if you have to, but cross that finish line. That's the goal, and the finish line for you, my son, is matrimony, and then you literally finish in the church. When I say finish line, I mean when he says, I now pronounce you, somewhere in that sentence I want to hear, and then you go, there'll be no honeymoon.
Terry, the pterodactyl.
I'm in negotiations with a guy who raises exotic pets. I've had an ass full of so many people in this town, I would like them to go away. Thus, my pterodactyl sits high atop the Arco building, folded up. People think he's a gargoyle.
Well, I don't know if he's coming to get J-Lo, but here she is on Extra.
It's like a dream come true, and I just hope that everybody, enjoys
Here comes
it.
Terry. Swooping down. Pow. Picks them both. One in one talon, the other in the other talon. The town cheers, and that's the last we see of these people. And by the way, listen, J-Lo, you know the Puerto Rican tour you've been doing?
Yeah.
How about you do it in Puerto Rico and spare us?
And will Angie eat it?
pumpkin pie.
And now you're going to make me angry.
I'm
You're
concerned.
going to make me angry.
I'm very, very concerned because
Long and hard about your career here at this station before you answer this.
Angie would never lie, though.
Do you want to do overnights with John and Jeff? You want to produce like us? You want to work with floor wax and what's his nose up there in Denver? Huh?
No.
All right. Pumpkin pie. I say doesn't. Teresa says doesn't. Danny says does. Here we go.
I do not eat.
No. I mean, yes. I mean, what? What kind of animal doesn't eat pumpkin pie? Answer: no animal. Oh no, only animal Angie.
All right, once again, according to, and I'm the new guy at this, I've never seen it before or anything, it says we are looking at best new bit and least factual statement, all in one.
We'll be giving away 2 awards.
At one time, in one sentence, in one category. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time right away for our winner.
I've got the envelope.
Here we go. Here's T.
The Ace Award for Best New Bit. I don't even know. You voted on it.
Do you really not know?
I really don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
And by a long shot, the Ace Award goes to Who the F Sells This S? A great new bit, and I believe the creator of this bit needs to be here to accept their Ace Award. Is that you, Mike Lynch?
No, that was Kimmel, actually.
Oh, well, Kimmel.
But thanks, I'll accept it on Kimmel's behalf.
Kimmel,
I'd like to take credit for it.
We really appreciate Who the F Sells This S.
I would like to point out that whoever is accepting it or wrote that did it before the strike. Okay, we want to make that perfectly clear. There were no crossing picket lines.
I did come up with the extremely clever title.
Okay.
It was Jimmy's idea, though.
The title is really what makes it.
Actually, I wanted to do the personal ads where I'm a large, strapping black man looking for a small Asian woman, and then we'd act out the characters, and then Kimmel said, how about selling golf balls? And I thought, that sounds funnier. All right, so our first award goes to, factually, Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, no, this is for our first Ace Award for Best New Bit. Actually goes to Kimmel, who can't be here to accept. Mike Lynch accepts on his behalf.
Thank you very much, Mike Lynch. Would you like to say words on his behalf, how he would feel?
I think he'd be proud.
Kimmel, proud?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he wishes he could do this on his show, but he
gave
it to us out of the goodness of his heart. I'm being played off. Okay.
Fine, all right. Okay, I'm all ready to jump right into the next category, and this one, that was a little weird because it had an and in it. It was like 2 things, and I'd never done it before, and I was kind of scared. Now it gets real easy. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes today's Ace Award for Worst Guest Ever.
Huh?
The and signifies 2 separate awards. So we'll do least factual statement.
Okay.
And the nominees for least factual statement are Danny Bonaducci.
Well, the lacrosse team from Chile that ate each other? Nothing good happens involving lacrosse.
No, but that was soccer.
Danny Bonaducci.
Bono's married to the Edge's sister.
Danny Bonaducci.
Andy Duncan.
Well, you probably know her from Disney movies.
Triscuit commercials. That's what made her famous.
Danny Bonaducci.
I was making out with Jodie Foster. I turned her.
And Danny Bonaducci.
Dig this. That was Steely Dan's second letter. After he tried to kill himself, he wrote back, "Can't you do anything right?"
No way.
Steely Dan wrote back.
That's not my Steely Dan.
Yes, they did. They wrote, "You stole my song and made a terrible movie." And then later they wrote back, "Wow, you can't even complete the mission of killing yourself. You suck at everything." There's something
Where'd you
to that
hear
effect.
that?
I read it. Now, before, because I see a theme of a possible winner here.
Yeah.
I really do.
You don't know for which statement.
But is there a category for biggest stoner that can't use Google?
I don't want this to get ugly. Do you want to know who won?
I want to know why someone won.
We're all winners.
Specifically, I want to know why they won.
And the award for least factual statement of 2007, the Ace Award, goes to Danny Bonaducci for the Owen Wilson story.
Really?
Would you like to accept?
I will accept any award of any kind, even factually knowing it to be the most factual statement. that Can't You Do Anything Right was contained in their letter, which I thought was funny and full of bravado. But either way, it's an award, and I accept it with great humility. I would like to accept this award, and I want you to know that I could not have done it without Owen Wilson's failure to kill himself. Had he actually succeeded in killing himself, Steely Dan might not have written that letter. So, thank you, Steely. Thank you, Owen. And thank you, Free FM. Where's my award?
Unfortunately, the Ace Award is just spiritual. We don't have an actual
He's a
award.
friggin' atheist. He can't give me a spiritual award and be atheist. He gets to pick a religion and then go, here's some good karma.
What I'm saying is no statue.
It's a red turn arrow.
No mirror ball trophy.
You know, dude, if I think of this cat at one more red arrow, I'm going to pull my brains out. I swear to God. All right? Do we move right along?
Let me tell you this. Worst Guest is one of the most important Ace Awards of the year.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know if you realize that, but last year, the winner was, I think her name was Christine Dolce from MySpace. She's a dating coach.
Was that
Christine
the
Dolce
one?
and Vita Guerra. I think it was Christine Dolce.
Yeah, they were both terrible.
Don't be a one-upper, like I said before.
Thought about nominating her for second year in a row, by the way. She was so bad.
Even though she wasn't on the show, she almost could have won this year because of how many drops he played.
It bled over into this year.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be an amazing statement. If you won worst guest in a year, 2 years in a row would be one thing, and it would be fabulous. But if you weren't actually on the second year and you just sucked so bad the first year that you just kept winning because no one could take your record, that's really saying something. All right, who do we got in worst category, or in worst guest?
Well, I was hoping to do that when we came back because it's a major, major award and one of the biggest and most important. I think we take a quick break, but it's up to you.
I was told specifically to go right by these. Thank you very much. We will not be taking a break.
I'm ready.
We've done this on everything. Here we go. So we are going for worst guest.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
And the nominees for Worst Guest are TJ from Ice Road Truckers.
You drive over frozen lakes that double as roads, yes?
Yes, sir.
So that's the key. It's not that the roads are slick, it's that the roads have water underneath them, and with the global warming or what have you, may crack and you may go into a lake.
Yeah, that's right.
And the time that you last in frozen water without one of those dry suits on is probably somewhere about 90 seconds before you're dead. Is that true?
Yeah, if that.
What are you delivering that's so important that you would risk your life? Let's
Crap.
watch the swearing.
Wait, did I just hear the F word there?
It's
effing cold, man.
To whom are you
You're
delivering?
delivering the F word?
MySpace chick, Bobby Billard.
Oh, another one.
I'll just call her the queen of MySpace. Has over 1 million MySpace friends. Now, how does that work, Bobby?
I work on MySpace all the time. I promote myself heavily on there.
But how do they document the 1 million MySpace friends?
Well, there's a link that you click on and it shows all your friends.
And so you can't just say, I have 1 million MySpace friends.
Well, there are people that do, but if you know their profile ID and you put that in the typical link where it would go, you can see how many friends.
So if we checked it out, Bobby.
Bobby, if people write to you on MySpace, do you try to write to them back?
Yep.
My name is Earl's Nadine Velasquez.
Well, let's see. What shall we talk about? My name is Earl. You want to talk about Rogue, which is a new movie you're going to be
Let's
appearing
talk
in.
about me and Randy finally hooking up.
Tell us about that, because I've been waiting for you and Randy to hook up for quite some time. Actually,
I know,
from before the series. No.
Before it was even on.
Before the show was even on, I wanted you to hook up with Randy.
How's that possible?
I wanted TiVo to be invented 6 years before TiVo came out.
Right, sure.
Brilliant.
And for the same reason, I wanted you to hook up with Randy a couple of years before the show came out.
I love it.
Well, Nadine, what can we expect from the hookup?
What can you expect? I don't know what
This
to say.
is amazing.
About telling you that you just have to watch.
We just have to watch.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to save this a lot of time on this interview.
Tantalizing teeth.
Alexis Arquette.
You guys put yourself in my position for a second. Imagine for a second, Adam, that you were born a Nazi and everyone thought you were a Nazi. You dressed like a Nazi. There was no way to remove the Nazi costume. And you were nothing about you that was a Gestapo-like. You were, in fact, Jewish.
Right.
But everyone thought you were a Nazi.
But
how would you feel?
I'd probably not put on the uniform and step over to the radio station.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I live
all
this
I'm
way.
saying.
I live this way
All
in my
right.
life.
Well,
I don't have to show anyone my genitalia or talk about it because it has nothing to do with who I am.
All right,
and you're a prick.
We're out of time.
Oh,
please. Alexis Arquette.
You're the boss. You just say
enlightening.
Okay. You just say go.
I'm disappointed. Oh, she's leaving.
All right. Well, take your headphones off, Alexis,
I've always been a
please.
fan of her, and she was very angry.
Wait.
All right. That's enough.
We meant no disrespect.
All right.
Violently just
Listen,
shoved the
Come on,
microphone
darling.
towards
Don't
me.
make me help you to the door.
I think it's performance art.
And number one Asian Big Boot Queen, Minka.
What is your measurements, Minka?
55.
55. Into the microphone there, please.
All right, my goodness, one of our biggest categories, one that I am the most excited about. Once again, I don't know if we found out at the last minute that our fearless leader was not coming up. This is the first I've heard of it. That I came in, this is the first I've heard of it. But you guys, I guess, burnt the midnight oil because now that I see the word and can make it two different things rather than one long sentence, I think we've got this down, and this is going to be a kick-ass show. As a matter of fact, I won this show up for an ACE Award that was done by 4 people that didn't really know what to do unless Adam showed up. I think we can kick some serious ass. Okay, apparently I'm alone there. All right, the winner, the worst guest, coming up next, and we'll take your calls too at 1-866-901-ADAM.
Coming up, more of the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007, the ACE Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual ACE Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
He once peed on Adam and crapped in Kimmel's desk. When it comes to feces, Adam's Powerade the best. Loves poop, flings poop. Loves poop, flings poop. Threw his Duke on Adam. Yeah, raise a name. Yeah, raise a name. Yes, raise a name.
Wow. We are going to be playing, Mike, if I'm not mistaken, worst musical guest throughout the show. Is that correct?
Yeah, Song of the Year nominees. Song of the Year nominees are going to be played in and out of breaks coming in. And at the end of the show, that will be the last award.
Beautiful. And right before Teresa gets to our Worst Guest Award winner, I would just like you to know that while we were talking, our intrepid producer looked up Steely Dan and Owen Wilson, and I was right. So I just won an award for the least correct statement that was totally correct. And I accept gladly and with a smile on my face and proud. Teresa, who is our big winner?
The worst guest on the Adam Carolla Show in the year of 2007. We've had some pretty bad guests. So this is a big deal.
But they could be the best, really.
The ACE Award goes to Alexis Arquette.
Thank you! I feel like I was a big part of that one.
She can't be here to accept this award, although I'm surprised that David Arquette didn't just show up like he likes to do.
Alexis Arquette cannot be here because she's in traction because she was a bad guest a little later that day. So worst guest goes to the Arquettes in general or just
Let's just go Alexis Arquette.
Just Alexis Arquette?
As
Okay.
voted, by the way, at AdamCarolla.com.
That's right.
All right.
By our listeners. Hey, we have a couple of minutes of why Alexis was so bad. You want to hear that?
Yeah, I would love to, and I would love to be always told when we're going to do that. That's cool. Thanks.
Here we go.
What I'm going to say to Oprah, quite frankly, if she asks me or anyone else, is it really shouldn't affect somebody how you treat them, whether they have their vagina, penis, whatever. I don't understand why you need to know that unless you want to sleep with somebody.
Okay, I want to sleep with you. So, do you have a penis?
Well, there you go. Thank you.
Well, but you prefer to sleep with straight men?
Well, oh God, wow, these are really personal
Well,
questions.
I mean,
you guys.
to be fair,
Yeah.
you are on the show partly, and probably the lion's share of the reason you're here, and the reason you're on Surreal Life and everything else is because of this.
But as far as my personal life, it's pretty funny how acceptable it's become in this industry to just go ahead and ask somebody about their personal life. I mean, I'm here to promote a movie. I'm not here to talk about my genitalia.
Dude, you're here in a dress is what you're here in.
I'm in a dress.
Wow, I'm
in a
surprised.
dress
You
every
always seem so
day.
open about your gender issues.
Pardon the expression, but you're a drag.
Well, I'm not a drag. A drag is somebody that takes it off at the end of the day.
But the
Well,
movie,
we want to know if you took it off yet. That's our big question.
All I can
just either tell us if you're going to answer or not, please. If you're not going to answer, say we're not answering, and that way we'll move along.
If it was maybe 10 years ago, I would have told you I'm hiding more than you're showing.
Okay, there we go.
But
Almost everyone is.
nowadays, it really my midsection is for whoever I'm sleeping with at the time.
Wow, cool. If you have more examples of why people are terrible or
is,
wonderful, please let me know and please play away.
We do have one more. This is where the Alexis Arquette interview really degenerated, and you'll hear a thud, sort of like.
Yeah.
I didn't hit him.
No, that was Alexis Arquette intentionally punching the microphone on her way.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is good stuff.
Because usually I get hit.
This is the microphone getting hit.
Well, I assumed
liked
you were.
you. I just wanted to say
assumed
hi.
that you were very open about talking about these things, and that you appreciated being able to educate people about things they might not know about.
Right.
Alexis, I think you're angry.
You're very angry.
No.
Adam, what is she
I'm
mad
so
at?
angry.
I don't know.
Why? Because I get in
Weird.
fights? You guys
Well-
put yourself
Yes.
in my position for a
Not a
second.
chance. All right.
Imagine for a second,
Right.
Adam, that you were born a Nazi and everyone thought you were a Nazi. You dressed like a Nazi. There was no way to remove the Nazi costume. And you were nothing about you that was a Gestapo-like. You were, in fact, Jewish.
Right.
But everyone thought you were a Nazi.
But I
How
wouldn't-
would you feel?
Watch, okay, I'll show you how I'd feel. Ready? Hey, Adam, you got this Nazi suit on and all them Nazi clothes? Are you a Nazi?
Hold on, I got to strangle Teresa, and then I'll tell you.
He'd just say no.
Here's the thing: I've
Just say
probably
no.
not put on the uniform and goose-step over to the radio station.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I live
all
this
I'm
way.
saying.
I live this way
All
all my
right.
life.
Well,
I don't have
enjoy
to. I don't have to show anyone my genitalia or talk
Please-
about it because
please
it has
don't.
nothing to do
Fantastic.
with who I am.
All right,
and you're
that's it.
you're a prick.
We're
and
out
you're
of
a
time.
bald.
Oh, please. Alexis Arquette.
You just,
it was,
you're the boss. You
it
just
was
say
enlightening.
when, okay?
Listen.
You just say go.
I'm disappointed. Oh, she's leaving.
All
I'm
right, well, take your
disappointed.
headphones off,
I've
Alexis,
always been
please.
a fan of her, and she was very angry.
Wait.
All right. That's
Confused.
enough.
We meant no disrespect.
I did.
All right.
Violently just
Listen,
shoved the
Come on,
microphone
darling.
towards
Don't
me.
make me help you to the door. Go.
I think it's nothing more
I'm
than
gonna count to one.
I think it's performance art.
She's very angry.
What a shocker.
How is she so mad at? Wow, that's got to be tough to beat. Any more clips of worst guests?
I was not expecting that.
No, but we have a call
have a
on
call.
line 3.
Let's take it. Go ahead, T.
You got to reach all the way over there.
All right, I'll get it from now on. I didn't know they moved the
Mike,
phones.
Yeah,
how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you feel like Alexis deserved her Ace Award for Worst Guest?
No, I have to tell you, I think Christina Dolce should have taken it again for the second year.
Don't be a one-upper, like I said before.
Mike, don't be a one-upper.
Well, you see, here's the point: is that at least with Christina Dolce, or with Alexis Arquette, I wanted to listen.
Right.
Christina Dolce, I just wanted to shoot myself in the head.
You know what kind of reminded me of her was one of the nominees from this year, that Bobby girl from MySpace.
Okay, well, what do we do about that? Listen to what you've just said. Alicia Arquette, it's Alicia, right?
Alexis.
Alexis Arquette, you wanted to listen. And the other one, you wanted to shoot yourself in the head. Both really good votes for bad guests. One makes you want to listen because they're such a train wreck, and one makes you want to listen because you hope they die. How do you separate who's worse?
That's true, except for I would have to go with the one person that's going to drive ratings away would have to be the worst guess.
All right, I'll be leaving right now.
What's that?
Now that I'm kidding. All right, Mike, thank you. That does make perfect sense. It's hard to tell, which it is, whether it's so bad it's good, kind of raises them a little bit in their standing.
I agree. I think for that reason, Alexis was not a bad guess. And you could argue, although the audience voted and the vote has been done.
Right, and that's all there is to it.
That ice trucker.
We got a lot of mileage out of Alexis, too. We talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
David Arquette came into the studio.
But I wish the title of the next award had its own award for 1950s talk, because I had to explain what this even meant. The next award is for Best Dressing Down.
Is that a 50s term?
Dressing down?
Dress you down.
It's far older than being called on the carpet.
Get on your knees, scumbag!
Yeah, nobody says dressing down anymore, as far as I can tell. I mean, nobody that I talked to, of course, I've got, 27-year-olds at my house having pillow fights in 90s in slow motion. Of course, it's at gunpoint. I make them do it. But you know what I mean? Nobody says that anymore. Worst dressing down. But do we all know what it means?
Well, not only do we say it, we're gonna talk about it a lot. You want to hear the nominees?
I do indeed.
Nominees are, and correct me, Lynch, if I'm getting one wrong. Angie not eating Rainier cherries. How dare she? Dawson peeing in the stall. Not acceptable. Me messing up the recap of Adam's Jim Rome appearance.
He was pissed.
And actually, my personal favorite, Mike Lynch, our writer, screwing up the Will Angie Eat It rundown in front, and Adam blasted him with his parents sitting no more than 15 feet away.
A few feet away. They had come in to see their son at work.
Is that bonus points right there if you get the dressing down, so to speak? See, I get the dressing on the side, but if you get the dressing down in front of family members, does that add points?
Well, it's always humiliating to be dressed down by your boss in front of people. We do it in front of, I think, millions of people. And in this case, it would be in front of your parents specifically and millions of people.
Well, many people voted, and we'll find out who the winner is, as decided by AdamCarolla.com listeners.
And it looks like we have the time right this very moment. So are you ready to announce our best dressing down winner?
We want to do it now. Okay.
And the nominees for Best Dressing Down, Angie and Rainier Cherries.
I've never met a human being that doesn't like cherries. I've met people where it's not on their top 3. I gave Angie one of those cherries, and I said, eat this. And she ate it. And then she started to put her hand over her mouth a little bit. And I was thinking, I feel bad. And then I thought, are you high? Please. You're lucky you're good at your job.
Dawson peeing in the stall.
He walked past 2 open urinals to make a number 1 in the stall with the toilet and didn't think it was necessary to lift the seat. Dawson, what happened?
I just like peeing in stalls.
But what about the toilet seat?
Well, it's got that little empty hole.
First
so the
off,
drips just go right through there, so you're all right.
First off,
I have incredible aim, Ace.
Your urethra could be scraped with resins like I did in high school. The coat hangers got so much bong juice in there. Number 1, it comes out of you like wiper spray. I could feel it on me, and I was 12 feet away. So please, there's a 3.5-inch crack in the front of the toilet, and he thinks he's going to part that Red Sea. How dare you?
How dare you, sir? Very nice.
Brian on Adam's Jim Rome appearance.
Brian, here's why I'm mad at you.
What's up, buddy?
Here's why you're fired.
I went and did 4 brand new Jags based on what was going on in the news yesterday. You made it seem like I just warmed over. Here's what happened. Can you explain what happened there, Brian?
Let's start again.
What just happened there is I was giving these guys a nice toot of smoke up my own took-eye about how I just went over sight unseen and started doing someone else's TV show. You jumped in and said, well, it was basically a warmed over best of Adam's stuff, when in fact, when we just deconstructed it, it was none. The opening, whatever, was none of my Jag. I went over to Jim Rome, rant unseen, hit my mark, and started going.
A lot of comedians are a comedy warehouse. They keep their rants in there, and when they need them, they go in and dust them off. You are a factory.
Not according to the night watchman, Brian, who claims everything is in the warehouse.
And Mike screwing up the Will Angie Eat It rundown while his parents were visiting.
I said, give me the list of stuff from last time that Angie doesn't like, and lobster was right on the list.
Oh,
damn it. No, Mike, I'm going to punch you in the face right in front of your parents.
All right, right, those are our best dressing down. For those of you that now wondered what dressing down was, it's the same as you have made a big mistake and being dressed down is being publicly chastised. You're pulled over to the corner. I think being pulled over to the corner is being called onto the carpet or some other stupid colloquial expression. Dressing down means you're taking your beating for a perceived mistake, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Does anybody have in their mind who are they're absolutely sure are the winner? Before we go, because we do not know. These have been
sealed envelope.
What is it? Hermetically sealed in water price
by Lynch's
tongue.
Price Waterhouse and Lynch's tongue.
You don't know how many dreams I've had like that. Price Waterhouse and Lynch's tongue. All right,
I'm leaving.
That will be for the best dressing down. I know that I have my personal favorite, and to be honest, I think some of the big dressing downs may have been so big that they were construed as not humorous. Because sometimes this room, which is what makes it one of my favorite shows ever, we're friends enough where we can go. You know what I mean? Where we can just go. I'm going to dress you down. I'm going to dress you down right here, right now. Do you have a personal favorite, not of anybody else's, that's up for an award that you have been dressed down?
As a nominee, I feel like I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? And Lynch is a nominee, too. But I got to say the prohibitive favorite's got to be Mike Dawson.
Yeah, because that got about 45 minutes of airtime.
And remember the Week in Rage that week? That won by some 60%.
That was a really bad dressing down.
The smart money's on Dawson.
I think the smart money is on Dawson. He took it very hard. I will say that during Brian's dressing down, I got a little ass-kissing of Ace in. I don't remember doing that. I told him he was the factory, not
I know.
the warehouse.
Normally it's me, and strangely enough, you popped in there and took over. Nice job taking over where I dropped the ball.
Factory, warehouse, plutonium, nuclear fission.
Conflict makes me so uncomfortable that I will do anything to smooth it over.
All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to vote amongst ourselves, which will not change any outcome, but we will let you know what you thought as voters right after this.
My mama used to always say, Christmas ain't Christmas till somebody cries.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual ACE Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
As the sperm flies on a sweaty, hot October night, old man Hef has a girl clean his pipes in the grotto.
In the grotto.
And his girlfriend cries. If there's one thing she don't need to do, it's end up with a handful of goo in the grotto.
In the grotto.
Hefner, don't you understand? The grotto is a filthy land. It's a steaming crock-pot human fluid stew. Syphilis and leprosy, crabs and hepatitis C. You never know what you will catch when you step inside that pool. As the water swirls, a sloppy drunk girl gets on her knees, and a horny young man gets a disease in the grotto.
In the grotto.
And his penis burns. He'll need Valtrex to get it right, the downstairs itch he got that night. In the grotto.
In the grotto.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. I hope that young man gets all sorts of awards all throughout the show. 20 different awards wouldn't not be enough for him.
He's the prohibitive favorite, considering he did almost all the songs.
Almost all the songs, yeah. It would possibly be him.
Sung by Rich Banks and written by Mike Lynch.
Always a good team. Lynch and Banks, Banks and Lynch. I bet you two fight about that, don't you?
Yes, it's like Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah. Gene and Jerry and Dean. I know exactly. All right. When we left, we were looking at Best Dressing Down. We got our award. And are we ready to present?
Yeah. Just to recap, the nominees were Angie and the Rainier Cherries, Dawson peeing in the stall, Brian on Adam's Jim Rome appearance, Mike screwing up the Will Angie Eat It rundown while his parents stood by. Best Dressing Down.
And the winner is... That's my Dawson kiss kid. And the winner is Dude.
With 55% of your votes, Mike Dawson.
Mike Dawson,
Here he
ladies
is.
and gentlemen, here in person. Yes! That's the kind of enthusiasm we want to see around here. Yes. What do you have to say?
Take that, Brian. Screw you, Lynch.
Let me hear the word bitch one time. Come on.
I can't say that on the radio, but I wasn't.
Do you have a speech?
I wasn't fully prepared for this. I didn't know this was going to happen, but I have prepared a little something.
I've heard you prepared a little something, but did you bring a speech?
I would like to. This is difficult.
You can do it.
I would like to accept this ACE Award on behalf of all who have ever been dressed down by their employer. I want to thank Adam Carolla for sharing my most personal moments with a national radio audience. When it comes to being dressed down,
yes, sir.
Taking heat from Adam Carolla is truly an honor. I can say my boss yelled at me today, but my boss is Adam Carolla. Last, I want to thank God. And I'm going to go get high.
Thank you, Dawson. Ladies and gentlemen, it was ever deserved. And I believe if you have missed some previously awarded contestants in that category, let's take a listen.
In a private ceremony held earlier, ACE Awards were handed out for the following categories. Danny Bonaducci for Interruption of the Year.
BigHeaded.com is where you go. That's
Condom Pocket.
Best Huell Hauser Drop.
Inside the glory hole.
The Deaf Frat Guy for Best Call Screener.
Hell yeah, welcome to the Adam Carolla Show with Danny Bonaducci. You're on the air, but I have to screen you first.
Okay, can you just have Adam please call me baby doll and I'll be so happy?
Oh, you're now starting to piss me off.
Why?
You're clogging up the line!
You put me on hold. You were going to put me on hold, and then you were going to tell Adam I was on the phone, and then I was going to get to talk to him.
Yeah, and
up the line.
you're about to get a potato gun in your ass.
Oh, Maverick's back. Deaf Frat Guy, you're supposed to be screening calls.
Hey, listen, go back and screen the phones, would you, Mav?
The one call he put through, the comment is DFG rules.
Do you see the name on that one?
Dudes McCool.
We just made that guy up.
And then there's Stoner Keith from Parts Unknown.
For Complaint of the Year, Photosynthesis.
I wish there was a way we could shut down photosynthesis when we've had enough. My gardener was cutting my hedge. It seemed like only yesterday I was staring at the hedge yelling, "Grow, damn you, grow!" And then I blink my eyes and it is strangling and raping my wife, and I think, please quit growing!
Best Surprise Guest, David Arquette.
Got busted for allegedly trying to score some anonymous.
What's going on here, fellas?
David Arquette, everybody.
Apparently, somebody threw my sister into the volcano.
Oh, no, this is so awkward.
Danny Bonaducci for Best Eulogy.
There's no tragedy in Anna Nicole Smith's death. Now, the surrounding collateral damage may be tragic, but Anna Nicole's death costs America nothing and possibly improves the place. Do you care? I don't care. God, I'm sweet.
Teresa Strasser for Most Inappropriate Laugh.
And according to police, the mother was changing the boy's diaper. She briefly left the room, and while she was gone, Bear the pit bull had his way.
with the 2-year-old.
Oh, my God, Teresa, how can you?
Bear.
Oh, my God.
Bear sodomized boy.
Teresa.
Tracy Morgan for the only black guy to ever sing Bob Seger.
Like a rock! Like a rock!
Oswaldo Castillo for best insult by a Nicaraguan.
You must be bilingual, yes?
How's that?
Because your mother spoke fluent German and she
did.
raised
No,
you.
I'm not bilingual.
No, he's
though.
not bilingual. He's bisexual.
Best Holocaust joke by a Jew, Teresa Strasser.
Do you listen to this at home?
Every once in a while when I'm going on a road trip, I just turn it on.
What do all your cats do?
They actually sought out the tainted food. Feline Jonestown.
Meowschwitz.
Right. Meowschwitz.
Okay.
For stories we never need to hear again, Danny Bonaducci.
Gretchen one time asked me very seriously, if she died, would I ever marry again? And I said, baby, I would bring a date to your funeral.
Best freestyle rap by a listener.
Man, I'm going to put it down because I'm a big money folder. Catch me on the radio live with Adam Carolla, Danny Bonaducci, and that girl Teresa. I'm going to break them out feeling classic like a Mona Lisa.
The deaf frat guy for most insulting interview.
Danny, first of all, I would like to commend you on your bravery for doing this interview. You showed a lot of heart, and I respect you for that.
Thank you very much.
Now, you have been called a steroid-addled, smoke-belching, sandpaper-throated sociopath.
Only by my friends.
This is a horribly insulting interview.
This is not how you were the subject.
This is a witch hunt, deaf frat guy. This is not an interview.
I like it.
Cancer Danny for best singing through a trach tube.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
And the Christine Dolce Award for Outstanding Achievement in One-Upping went to Danny Bonaducci.
How many average viewers did Welcome Back, Kotter have?
About 16. I think, when there was the 3 networks, you didn't have much of a choice.
Partners family had 40 million a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
I think I should just get another one for factual statement. Matter of fact, hand those over all day. I would like some help carrying them to the car. Okay, those were some of the previously awarded that we had to do earlier on in the show, so we can get through all of these awards, because there are tons and more coming up right after this.
Hey, this is Adam Carolla from the Danny Bonaducci Show.
Coming up, more of the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007. The Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. Just in time for the classic rock lover on your Christmas list.
I am the god of the healthy fire and bring you
the best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune with Oswaldo Castillo.
A Mother Day warrior, Ming pride. Today, Tom Sawyer, Ming pride.
Singing the hits of Rush. Ozzy sings The Grateful Dead.
Driver of train, high in cocaine. Casey John, you better watch your speed.
The Police.
Oh, can you see? You belong to me. Oh, my poor heritage. We every stay you take.
Even Pink Floyd.
Okay. Here's a little pink prick. There'll be no more.
Ozzy does Ozzy.
I am Iron Man.
The best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune with Oswaldo Castillo.
Elohim, my can't see or in he blind.
And of course, Leonard Skinnard.
Throw it out.
Order now and you'll get Oswaldo's tribute to the 80s, featuring Warrant.
She's my cherry pie, cold drink, water, social, sweet surprise. Wow.
And Bon Jovi. The best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune. Get it now on Hobo Power Records.
Wow. We are doing the Ace Awards, and I got to tell you, this must be what it's like to be involved in sports. Because for some of them, I'm going, yeah. Oh, that dude was robbed. And then some of them I'm thinking, oh, dude, that guy doesn't stand a chance. And all of a sudden, from the end zone.
It'll work.
End zone, he takes the football and he runs 100 yards.
Yeah.
100 yards for a touchdown. I'm like all involved. It's very exciting. How do you think, T, the voting is going? Fair, unfair?
Yes.
Do you think everybody deserves the awards they're getting?
So far, I think they've all been well-deserved. And it's a nice chance to look back at the year that was.
It's certainly a chance to look back. I mean, nice might be a little strong. Jump to the phones and see what a person named Goose thinks. Hey, does your name say Goose? Because a couple of letters are covered.
Like Duck, Goose.
Oh, this is going to go well. I can tell right now. What's up, Goose?
Well, my name's Eusebio, but nobody can pronounce it, so everybody just calls me Goose.
Oh. No, I kind of dig Goose, except you die in that movie with Tom Cruise, and I really liked your character. So what do you got for us this morning?
Nah, man, I just want to tell you guys make the drive to work so much easier for me, man. I pick up my boy, drop him off at school, and I take off to work. And I just love to hear you guys.
Thanks, Goose.
Very cool. Now, are you like my family? Do you turn down this show when the kids are in the car and then turn it back up?
Oh, no. My boy listens to it with me. I got him right next to me, and he's always looking at me like, he's like, Dad, he goes, what does that mean? Yeah, like, he knows I love listening to the show. It just makes the drive for me so much easier. If it wasn't for you guys, a lot of guys would be getting pulled over. I'd probably be smacking them upside the head the way they drive.
Good enough. Well, thank you very much.
Goose, how old is your son?
My boy's 11.
Well, that's old enough.
Totally. A lot of explaining. You know what it is? You know what it is? I'm used to working on a show for years and years that was just filth and gratuitous filth, not even funny filth. So parents would always get in the car, turn off my show. And, well, I don't want to say my show. I'm saying gratuitous filth. And then the kids get out of the car and turn it back on. So I was wondering if we had to suffer that. But we're a far more mature show than most. And if we were just this much funnier, I think we'd be killing.
Family oriented.
Goose, are you enjoying the Ace Awards so far?
Yes, I am.
And think they're fair?
Say again?
Do you think they're fair?
You know what? I think you guys do an excellent job, and I think maybe you guys should be judges for pretty much everything else.
Like Supreme Court?
You know what? Danny, I would put you there.
Thanks,
Definitely.
Goose, do we have prizes at this radio station? Do we ever do that? Can we send like a shirt or something?
I say talking to you is the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to speak
to
me. What can I do? All right, I guess we are going to jump on into, I believe we have time. What are we doing now, package-wise? By the way, just to give you an idea of Carolla's intestinal fortitude. Now, don't get confused, but that's what makes him sick, that he's got a lot of fortitude going on in his intestines. He, again, did not call in until the last minute. So, in my mind, I've got a hard guy like Carolla crawling around on the floor going, I can make it. I can make it. I can get there. I'm so sick, but I can do this. You know what it must take for a guy like the Carolla to call in sick? It's got to break his heart. You know what I mean? To call in and just say, I can't do it. The words I can't, I don't think I've ever heard it come out of Carolla's mouth. But luckily, he is here in spirit.
Avenge me! Avenge me!
I'll do my best, buddy. I will do my best. All right, let's see. Our last award was for...
We got an award coming up for Best Musical Performance.
Well, I say that we got time for it, so let's hit it.
And the nominees for Best Musical Performance are Jim Florentine and Harland Williams.
You say, and I say, you say, and I say. Let's call the whole thing off. You like, and I like, you like, and I like, yay! Let's call the whole thing off.
gorgeous nut job, Shirley, and her kids.
That's going to be
We
good.
got a new one, and this one is so good you'll like it.
All right.
We were inspired at your pagan Christmas time. God's enemy, dead bodies at his feet. Stop. The siege is coming. To this land your babies you will eat. Oh, off to hell. Off to hell. And for you to go. With your constant Christmas trees, you make God your foe. Oh, God hates you. God hates you. Time for you to fall. You love your idols and your fact. This is your final call.
I'm
How you like that?
I don't know. You could kind of
was
dance to it a
awesome,
little
huh?
bit.
I give it a 72.
Adam and David Allen Greer sing Gary Puckett.
Yes!
I said one time.
The chorus is coming up again. There we go. Have you got cheating on your mind? You know,
Teresa.
Not a dry ear in the house when I do that in karaoke.
Yes.
Danny Bonaducci raps.
I was washed up by the time I was 14. Now I be dazzled because I'm a big queen.
That's really good.
Thank you.
And Adam and his dad scatting.
Jump up, Danny, when I come tomorrow night, I may come in the Honda. Rent a Range Rover or something. But I can't come the car that make me think too much shine. Now I'm going to do fours, Adam. I'll tell you. Go ahead, go.
I'm gonna lease you a donkey if it's the last thing I do.
Ba-doom, 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 we the bridge, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba.
You come in a Honda and you'll leave in a stretcher, old man.
Ba-doom, 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 ba. Okay, come on, Adam. Here we go. Ba-ba-doom, ba.
I put the turkey baster where the sun don't shine. Shoot-boo-da-doo-bow, boo-da-doo-dee, ba-boo-da-doo-bow.
Oh, man. Wow. I don't know how we are going to pick from Best Musical Performance.
Well, luckily we don't have to because our listeners voted at adamcarolla.com.
Well, I
And
guess
they have chosen.
we're going to pick out of a stack of envelopes.
Got it right
So
here.
I would like to retract that statement. I do know how we're going to pick. There's a stack of envelopes right there where you guys voted. We're going to pick off the top. But right now, let's just jump to the phone, I believe, and talk to Dan and see how he believes the winning or the voting is going. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
We're going pretty well, I think. Again, like I said, Adam Carolla, who is a guy's guy, must have been crawling through broken glass to not get here this morning. So we're doing the best we can to hold the fort down without the skipper. So you think it's going all right?
I'm going to blow your mind here. I want to tell you something. I think the show's chemistry right now, on a chemical level, it's the best it's been in a long time.
Well, that's because I'm on a really high chemical level with Dawson. Dawson and I go out in the parking lot and we get on this really cool chemical level, and then we come in and think we're really funny.
Well, by a long time, you mean 6:05.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since at least 6:18.
And I agree.
Yeah. Oh, since 6, we've been killing. That's what I say. But what about the award? And first of all, in all sincerity, thank you very much for the compliment. We are really, without Adam, this is more difficult than it sounds. He, leads the show. He charges up the hill first, flag in hand, like I'm hoping Teddy Roosevelt, or he will actually call in to correct me, that sick bastard. Can you imagine Carolla on his deathbed? And I said, and that's when Teddy Roosevelt ran up the hill on his horse, and I'm wrong. And the phone rings, it's Carolla, and he goes,
It wasn't Roosevelt, you idiot. God, I'm sick of you.
So you think it's going all right, Dan?
Well, I think on a chemical level, yes. And hear me out just for a moment. I think Danny has taken the lead. Teresa is...
Dude, I don't want it.
Well,
you were saying, Dan?
Teresa is the beautiful side dish. And Brian, you're sprinkling that wonderful salt and pepper all over the top. So when Adam comes back, Danny, you're not the second steak. Be the salt and pepper on the top of that beautiful steak and mashed potatoes.
But wait a second. Brian's the salt and pepper. What's he supposed to be?
Yeah, wasn't Brian?
Brian's going to go back to the role of parsley.
Wait a second.
bummer.
What am I going to do?
No,
you're beautiful mashed potatoes and gravy, baby.
Thank you. That's fattening.
Very nice. But what you don't know is there's a very funny man in the room that also has other things to do. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you someone you don't get to talk to very often, the very funny Mike Lynch. Say thanks, Dick.
Thanks, Dick.
God.
Speaking of Mike Lynch.
Try giving people comment. On a chemical level, you guys are doing so great. I can't get the guy to say thanks when I tell him the super funny guy you don't get to talk to so much.
I'm a comedy writer. We're born with terrible self-esteem. We're not allowed to have any.
Don't I know? I told you the word dynamite is what finally killed my father. He was a comedy writer, if that's what you can call that stuff.
Now listen,
I hadn't heard that.
You know how on the Oscars they play all the nominated songs throughout the award?
Yeah.
We have been doing that. We played Raisin Ape. We played In the Grotto. And just so you know, you'll be hearing The Gay Walking Intro, A Partridge in Pain, Born to Chug, Bonaducci High, my personal favorite, and Oswaldo, my hero. Not to mention Bald Homo.
All right, well, it looks like we have a little time because I know that's the one thing I can do is tell time. I've got that one down. So if you've got our phone numbers, if you've got an opinion on how the voting's going, what you feel, if you feel something was missed, that you heard a moment in this show that certainly should have been added, or something that was on there that didn't make it for me, whatever it is, since the chief isn't here, it's not just the four of us and Angie, the producer, running the show. It's you guys. So if you want to call in for any reason, you may be on hold for a while because these are long segments. Our phone numbers are still 1-866-901-ADAM. We are going to go to Brian before. Yeah, we'll announce the winner in just 1 second. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how you doing?
We're good, man. What's up?
I just want to say you're doing all right. We miss Adam over here, though.
We miss Adam over here, man. We miss Adam in a big, big way. But so far, voting-wise and in fairness, how do you think the Ace Awards are going?
Oh, I haven't been listening. I just wanted to say that I missed Adam, and we need Adam back immediately.
If not faster.
If he could be there now, that'd be awesome.
Correctamundo. So let me get this straight. You just got up. You haven't heard any of the show, but you need Adam back.
Pretty much.
Huh. I don't know exactly. I mean, I understand the concept, but grammatically, I think you have a small difficulty there. But I think we can all agree here that the show is not the Adam Carolla Show without the Adam Carolla.
We miss Adam. Speaking of Adam.
Hey, this is Adam Carolla from the Danny Bonaducci Show.
Did he do that while sick?
You know,
that's from a long time.
Just to discuss one of the nominees for Best Musical Performance, when Adam and his dad were scatting, that wasn't just one of my favorite musical performances. I think that was one of my favorite moments of 2007. That was such a good moment.
Because it was sweet and nice. I liked it, too. I get a lot of feedback
Well,
on
first
that,
of all, Pops Carolla, very fast on his feet, and you realize that's where Adam probably got a lot of his sense of humor. It was just a nice moment. I know their relationship is imperfect, but didn't you feel...
Are you trying to get him to come in?
and yell at me?
Down the door and
okay,
yell at
listen,
you.
I'm not saying Pops Carolla was a perfect dad, but in that one moment in time, they seem to be enjoying each other. Don't you agree?
Agreed. It's very sweet. And we got winners in there.
It's really interesting on this because our audience is so divided. We were talking about this. I was out yesterday and finally feeling better and holding down this flu. And people say things like, when Adam's father was on this show, it was so touching, which is immediately followed by, when Chuck Liddell and Sugar Ray Leonard kicked your ass, I was laughing so hard. So this is a pleasure and pain kind of show. Mm-hmm. God, it was so touching when they scattered. God, it was so touching when they just beat the bejesus out of you in front of the microphones and T started to cry. That was always a good time watching Danny get, well, not watching. We got to get that video stuff. That beating from Sugar Ray was really worth having. It's like
it's online.
A gold badge of honor.
That's a nominee later for Best Fight.
This is radio.
Really? Yeah.
Because nobody again told me that Adam was not coming in, so I just came in to follow the leader, like I normally do. So I'm in there again? Oh, I could not be more proud. I could not be more proud. Are we going to announce our winner right now for Best Musical Performance?
If you'd like me to.
I would love you to.
Okay.
And since I don't know what's happening next, I would love you to whenever you think you should. If it's just time to do it, just do it, darling.
Okay. The Ace Award for Best Musical Performance goes to Adam and Jim Carolla.
Hell yeah.
Could not be more right.
Neither Adam nor Jim could be here to accept their award.
But We've got exclusive for all of our listeners. The clip of Adam and Jim Carolla scatting.
This was great. I loved it.
Get ready, Adam.
Born ready, Giacomo.
Here's the beginning of the chorus. C major 7th. Here we go.
I'm a D minor. Da booda booda, shada bada bang. Shooby doo doo pop, Scooby Dooby. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bring a reserve pumpkin pie. I don't trust the old lady. Bring the horn, bring the pie. I'll bring the stoli tonight. Hey.
When I come tomorrow night, I may come in the Honda.
Oh,
no. Rent a Range Rover or something. But I can't come the car that make me think too much shine. Now we're going to do 4s, Adam. I'll tell you. Go ahead, go.
I'm gonna lease you a donkey if it's the last thing I do.
Ba-doom, 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 we the bridge, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba.
You come in a Honda and you'll leave in a stretcher, old man.
Ba-doom, 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 ba. Okay, come on, Adam. Here we go. Ba-ba-doom, ba.
I put the turkey baster where the sun don't shine. Shoot, boo-da-doo, bow, boo-da-doo-doo, ba, boo-da-doo, bow.
Go, go, baby.
Hey, we're running up against a commercial break. T, what's in the news, baby girl? Scat, what's in the news?
That was awful.
Good. I loved it. I
mean, me scatting, which thank God we didn't play, but them scatting was amazing.
We've got somebody who wants to do something in Adam's honor, and so do I. So let us go to line 4 real quick before we take our break and try and stay on time. It's Lauren, I believe, correct?
Yes.
What would you like us to do? Oh, from Sacramento. I'll be up there this weekend. What are you doing? What would you like us to do in Adam's honor?
I want you to play Journey.
All right. Now, I don't know that we can queue up Journey fast enough and stay on time and do all of these, so I will do one thing in Adam's honor. It's 7:20, 40 minutes till 8 o'clock here on the West Coast. We'll be back after this. Double time checks.
Look at all that shit. Do you really need all that shit? For Christ's sakes, it's Christmas.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show.
It's Christmas time.
The Adam Carolla Show's second annual ACE Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
He lost all his hair before 15. This hairless geek's head does shine. It's no mystery what his sexual preference is. Brian likes his loving from behind. Whoa, bald homo says he's straight, but we know he likes guys.
You bald homo.
Bald homo. He wishes Board Bill would spend the night. You bald homo. Bald
knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Song is as funny as it is accurate. Which is to say, very.
Although I will fight you. I will fight you for Bill right now. I'll arm wrestle you for Bill. Or any other kind of wrestling or sword fighting you might want to do, sir.
Start it up. I'm ready. I'm watching. I'll be judging.
You'll be reffing. All right, I believe this was one of our big awards of the day, is it not?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Because I'm excited. Here we go. Best Guest.
And the nominees for Best Guest are Michael Madsen.
I remember seeing that. I thought, what a great idea. You know, I should put myself up on the side of a building.
Right,
Michael
genius.
Madsen, American genius.
It was
The
Adam's
other
idea.
American genius.
Do your
You know
best
what?
to sweet talk, Teresa.
What color pennies do you have?
Black.
For goodness sakes, my favorite color. How'd you know? Jumping, Jesus. Did you ever take any drugs in high school?
I smoked pot once.
Really? Did you do naughty things when you were high?
Maybe.
Like what?
I was babysitting once and I invited a boy over.
Shouldn't you have been watching the kid? That was kind of irresponsible, wasn't it?
The kid was in on it. They called it
Somehow.
2.5 something.
Can I be a regular on the show?
Yes, you can.
Norm MacDonald.
But you know what I feel sorry for? That guy killed himself because he brought up porn to catch a predator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was
Yeah.
like a city official.
Yeah.
I take it you're a virgin.
Yeah.
And I hate that show because, like, I hate predators.
Right.
Like everyone, you know, sexual predators. No one likes them. But also, I hate that guy, Chris Hansen. I hate him worse.
Why do you
than
hate him?
Predator. Because,
14-year-old
first of all, they
girl.
trick these dudes. You know, once you're caught, you should just be caught. That guy shouldn't then torture you. Like, he's like, what are you up to? And the guy's like, nothing. Oh, well, let me read you this. What did you say? And you're like, oh, God, of course. Oh, I forgot about saying that.
Yeah, I know.
And then he's like, hey, here's the cameras, but you can leave if you want. The guy's like, really? Yeah, go ahead.
I like the fact that the guy always gets tackled no matter what.
Yeah, why are they tackling him?
I
with
know, they're always
guns?
like-
He's not going to have sex with
Yeah,
them.
he's a 50-year-old CPA.
Poor guy's walking back to his custom van, and here comes a Sacramento PD. On your room! And the guy's like, huh?
Oh, it's just a nightmare. and you know, if you go there to have some hot sex with a young lady,
sure.
The last thing you want to see is that guy in a suit show.
I've turned the corner. I agree with Norm.
Ted Nugent.
Deer are sort of
ubiquitous.
They are ubiquitous. They're all over the place.
Nationwide.
We can thin the herd and then use the meat to give to people.
No, let me write that down.
That's a good plan. But how does it
Adam
work?
Carolla, you're expecting me to accept on your Los Angeles radio show that you're expecting me to digest and embrace the concept that venison is food and that it might be renewable. Now, write that down.
If somebody said you have to stop one of these things, playing the guitar, doing rock and roll shows, or hunting,
I'd shoot that person.
Carl Weathers.
Did you read the script for Rocky and realize there was something here?
I begged to do that thing. I mean, as I was saying earlier, my agent gave it to me, said, but there ain't a chance they don't want to see you. And man, I just like a baby. Wah! Please get me in there.
When you were making Rocky, did you realize what was going on?
Well,
did you feel wow, this is history, or did you feel like this is just another movie?
Here's how naive I was, and this is absolutely true. I said to someone at the time, after we'd finished the movie, and hadn't seen a frame yet, right? And I'm really naive because I would never do this today. I know too much.
Right.
I said, I think this movie's going to be as big as Jaws.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
And Tracy Morgan.
Now, Tracy can be found, obviously, on 30 Rock, which is a great TV show.
And I can be found on the track in the Bronx with chicks out there. I'm a good pimp. Check and trap. I'm a good pimp.
What's check and trap?
It means checking money for my hoes.
Well, now, Tracy,
I'm a good pimp because when my women is out there on the street, I bring them Gatorade from time to time.
Pimp with a heart.
Selling that stuff all day long, and I know they be thirsty.
you got the ankle bracelet on?
Want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see it. That'll detect alcohol in your system.
I'm Blade Runner now.
Yeah,
I'm Blade Runner.
When does the ankle bracelet come off?
Next month. A month from today.
Are you going to start drinking again that
Probably, I don't know.
Wow. It's going to be hard to pick from. By the way, let me just tell you what a couple of our callers are saying. One caller is saying, hey, is this going to turn into the Danny Bonaducci show? No! I'm going to get right back to my little buddy chair as soon as friggin' possible.
If you're just tuning in, Adam Carolla is sick today.
Deathly ill, apparently, or he would not have missed work. And also, I'd like to point that I think it's Brittany says, now that Adam is gone, meaning sick, of course, let's get more of Teresa on the air.
Oh,
and I could not agree
Brittany.
more.
That's very kind.
And finally, don't forget, Christmas Carolla Show. That's tomorrow night. Actually, it's tonight at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana, 7 p.m. And now, shall we?
I'm ready.
The winner of the Best Guest Award of, 2007? Okay, is
Norm McDonald.
Norm could not be here today to accept his award. He's a very busy man. He sent a Norm McDonald, ladies and gentlemen. It's a shock to the system. How are you, man? Wow, best guest. That's not bad. We've got some kick-ass guests this year.
There's some depressed people in the green room, though, man.
Yeah,
Michael Madsen almost cut my ear off.
Dude, first he's going to cut one of his own wrists so you can die together.
I don't even want to know what Ted Nugent's going to do.
That guy sounds hot. He's
got
got a crossbow to his own throat.
Yeah, I think Ted failed to realize that Ted Nugent is also a renewable food source. You know, just every little while I'm looking at the guy. He's just wearing a cowboy hat, and I'm thinking, you're a renewable food source, dude. Shut up.
That guy sounds hot. How do you guys feel about hunting?
I don't care either way.
You don't care?
But I hunt stuff that bugs me.
You would hate it because you're a vegetarian and so forth.
I know, but I don't have anything against people who hunt and kill and eat the meat. It's a personal choice
Do you have
for
anything
me.
against dog fighting?
A little bit.
No, but not dogs fighting other dogs. Dogs fighting Ted
Norm,
Nugent.
Do you mean cute dogs or like?
No, I just mean I wonder if there's a difference between dog fighting and hunting.
Not to me.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Well, I think the shotgun might give a little advantage.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. So you, sir, Norm McDonald, star of Saturday Night Live, countless sitcoms, and I don't have a card on you because nobody knew if Carolla was coming in. What are you doing these days that we should all know about?
Norm.
Accepting this friggin' award. Is that why I have time?
Your appearance. I remember after you were on the show, going home and saying to my boyfriend Batman,
That guy sounds hot.
This Norm McDonald is one of the funniest guys I've ever met. You were great on our show.
That's sweet.
What does this award mean to you in your career, in your overall career?
Why is it called an ACE Award?
Because that's Adam's nickname.
Oh, okay. Because there used to be ACE Awards
On cable.
on cable, right?
In this case, it's because Adam is a megalomaniac. It's called the Ace Awards. That's why. And, megalomaniac or not, he and the listeners voted. I mean, this isn't a thing we just sat around and made up. We have
really?
a webpage. No, you killed as best guest.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
Well, you got 25% vote, but
Yeah,
that
but
does
there
make
were
you a
billions.
winner.
Well, that's the plurality, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. There were a billion other guys
That's about what Bill Clinton got to be president.
That's right.
He got a lot else.
No, he only got about 33%
No,
of
dude,
the
he got
vote.
a Hummer in the Oval Office is what he got to be president. That's why. Who else would run for that crappy job? There's a reason to
I'd
do
like
it.
to give Norm a chance to maybe give a speech, or if he has words.
What? Oh, my God. I didn't prepare anything. I just, I want to thank my, I know I'm forgetting somebody.
How about everybody? Hey, Norm, will you do me a favor?
my husband, Chad Lowe.
Finally, someone thanks him.
Will you do me a favor because there's not nearly enough time with you because we have to go through all of these awards?
Yeah,
Could you
I
stick
gotcha.
around and help give out the awards for a
That'd
while?
be fun, yeah.
Would that be cool with you?
Yeah, where is the award?
Well, again, it's a metaphysical award. It goes into your heart.
It's crap, dude. They just say you're the best and give you nothing. They don't give you like a 31 flavors gift certificate, nothing.
No
It's a smoothie. It's out in the green room.
There you go, a mango smoothie.
Congratulations.
We are doing the Ace Awards.
They didn't have coffee cups out there.
Well,
We're
listen.
doing the Ace Awards, and we have got the guest of the year, Norm McDonald, who's been kind enough to stick around with us and help us hand out some other awards, including Best Drop from a Guest, Best Drop from a Family Member.
What's drop mean?
It's a little... Here, show him.
Is that a radio term? That guy sounds hot.
That's a drop.
Like when you
Watch
say a
this.
predator.
Watch this. Hey, I heard Norm Macdonald in the hallway talking about me. You know what he said?
That guy sounds hot.
That's what a drop is. See, we don't actually need you.
Yeah.
But I do like if you stayed.
That always seems like magic to me.
Dude, the guy's a genius. I
Yeah.
swear to God. Brian is a genius. Listen, we have to take a break because it's the one thing I can do that Adam can't, and that is stay on time. So we're going to take a quick break, but luckily, Guest of the Year will be staying with us on the Adam Carolla Show to give out Best Drop from a Guest, Best Family Member, and all sorts of more awards on the Ace Award Adam Carolla Show.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Adam Carolla from the Danny Bonaducci Show.
Coming up, more of the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007, the Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. Tomorrow night, Itter in Santa Ana.
We cut down the goddamn tree branch and we decorated
The
it.
deaf frat guy will break out some nog bongs.
Silent night.
Comedian Dana Gould will be joining us.
We're gonna screw the tree together.
Dr. Gadget will be there to give away some cool stuff to whoever has the cheapest Christmas story.
This is one of our traditions. No Christmas stockings. A big, big lawn trash bag full of stocking stuffers.
And Dennis Hoff and the ladies from the Bunny Ranch will give a free pass to the best Jesus lookalike.
Bong hits anymore?
Yes, nothing celebrates the birth of Jesus more than sending a stoner who looks like him to a whorehouse.
All right.
A Crodcast Friday morning on the Adam Carolla Show.
You know, real quick, before we get back to the Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show, where I'd like to thank Teresa and Brian and Mike, and of course, Norm Macdonald, Guest of the Year, for helping me out.
Congratulations again, Norm.
But in proving that he deserved his award of Dressing Down of the Year, you probably just heard a voice telling you about our show tonight at the Galaxy Theater. But you said, when was it?
I said it was tomorrow night, and that's totally my bad. So
could you, in big announcer voice, just do it again?
Tonight, A Christmas Carolla.
Dude.
Live at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana. With the
I
Adam
waited
Carolla
for-
Show.
I waited for you, man.
Thanks, Dawson.
Thank you.
By the way, for some horrifying reason, Mr. Carolla can't be there, and I imagine he will be. We don't have time for a lot of calls because there's a lot of awards left, but I will take suggestions at the door of what horrifying thing I can do to amuse you, even if it's hack off a finger. If that's what will amuse you tonight at the Galaxy Theater, that's what I will do. All right, are we ready to go back to the awards on the Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show?
Let's give out some awards for drops.
All right, now this is your domain, Brian, so I wish you would take over if you don't mind.
No problem. This is Best Drop by a Guest.
And the nominees for Best Drop from a Guest are Dana Gould,
Well, if you're thinking of coming home queer, don't come home.
either Lynn or Alex. I'm not sure which.
He's gay!
Lynn.
Joel McHale,
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Carl Weathers,
Not interested.
That's my favorite.
and George Takei.
All right, are you ready?
Picking winners was so hard.
And the winner for Best Drop from a Guest is... That was my own timpani with the deep voice getting
very
higher.
nice.
Is... Oh, wow. Prohibitive favorite. 46%. Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
I
haven't,
didn't want to.
Interested.
I haven't been able to stop saying it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, for about the last 15 years. And
By the
certainly the
way-
year I've been working with you.
Norm, the context was I asked Carl Weathers, would you ever want to go on Dancing with the Stars?
Not interested.
She is so full of crap. What she said was, would you ever be interested in going on me?
Oh.
And he said...
Not interested.
Heard a little bit.
And then, of course, I asked, and he said the same thing. And, you know, a muscly,
Interested.
sleek black man that fought Rocky, I wanted him in a big way. All right, Brian, go.
Interested.
Here we go. This is Best Drop by a show family member.
Oh.
And the nominees for Best Drop from a Family Member are Adam's wife, Lynette.
This is what you woke me up for.
That was good.
Adam's boy, Sonny.
Elmo.
Teresa's dad, Nelson.
Make me some juice.
Adam's dad, Jim.
Hell yeah.
And Adam's girl, Natalia.
All right, there we have. This is best, best drop from a family member, and the winner is.
Hey, can I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that as a matter of fact.
Adam's girl.
You think the girl, because the girl's up against the boy.
Yeah, I like girls.
I'm going to vote. I'm going to go
Little
for
ones.
Luckily for you, she's an infant.
Adam's dad is going to be my vote.
Well, the winner, and again, it's not even close with 53% of the votes.
Hell yeah.
Adam's dad.
Adam's dad.
Yeah, and of
Guest
course,
of the year, but no Kreskin, buddy.
the
Hell
joy
yeah.
of that is that it really sounds like he's saying hell yeah.
I'm still convinced he said hell yeah.
And he's not. I believe we have time for best drops from cast and crew.
This is from someone inside this building.
And the nominees for Best Drop from the Cast and Crew are Adam Carolla.
I could go for a good dragon movie this weekend.
Danny Bonaducci.
I have been late twice in 16 years of radio.
Teresa Strasser.
I am a lonely soul.
Stoner Dawson.
Dude, I waited for you, man.
Teresa Strasser.
God, it's good to be white.
Danny Bonaducci.
An ass kicker.
And Adam Carolla.
Damn, Ace, man. You were good at football in high school.
How do you choose?
Is there a category for most repetitive? Because I'd like to hear it. All right, guest of the year, Norm MacDonald. You got a guess?
Well, it might be slanted towards Adam, but I would pick Teresa.
Thank you, Norm.
Well, I'd pick Teresa too, but who do you think's going to win?
I think Adam will win because it's his show.
I'm going with it says Adam Carolla on the door. It says Adam Carolla on the envelope. I'm with guest of the year, Norm MacDonald.
Teresa, you got a guess? Or a favorite?
Ooh. I can't even venture a guess.
Well,
all right, then.
Although some of them were double, so they might have split the vote.
Oh, that's true.
And the winner is...
Dude, I waited for
Whoa.
you, man.
Dawson! Dawson! Take that!
Yeah.
Come on, one bit. Take that bit. Go on this one.
Take that, bitch.
There you go. That's
Congratulations on your second ACE award of the
Thank
day.
you. Thank you very much.
Good, because you have
everyone.
31
And
seconds to give a speech.
All I have to say is, dude, I waited for this award, man. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they call him Stoner Dawson, but I don't know anybody better at his job. Stoner Dawson, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing the ACE Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. We are also tonight doing the Christmas Carolla Show at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana. So make sure you come out there. And I believe, do we have any more drops?
We have the big one for Drop of the Year.
You know what? I think we're going to have to do it when we get back.
All right, the big award for Drop of the Year.
The big one. The big bone.
And
Is that what I
hopefully
said?
we'll
How
be able
funny
to
is
talk
that?
to Norm a little bit when we come back as well.
Well, Norman's going to, this show is jam-packed. Norman's going to have to help us pick our winners.
That guy sounds hot.
And then we can do that with him, of course, too. Okay, best drop of the year when we come back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Nice job, retards.
We don't want to scare the dickens out of people. The dickens out of people. Nobody gets it.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show.
It's Christmas time.
The Adam Carolla Show's second annual ACE Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
Bonaducci did a show. The host had a huge ego. You know that I'm talking about Tyra.
Danny Bonaducci takes us inside the addictive world of fame and the price he paid to keep it.
She wants to know, have you you ever seen a partridge in pain?
A partridge in pain.
Tyra wants to know, have you ever seen a partridge in pain?
A partridge in pain.
Yeah, she blows hard every day.
Wow. That was hard to beat right there, the partridge in pain.
I don't understand that. What?
Coming up, a partridge in pain.
It was that she wanted me to be on to talk about some other thing. Yeah. And then she runs her show. She really runs it.
Yeah.
And she decided on the spot, talking about the things you're talking about are more interesting than the things we are going to talk about.
Right.
So she just changed the show, and all of a sudden I was a partridge in pain. I was supposed to walk out there, a partridge who recovered and had loaded with dough and has a radio show and a TV show and sits next to a hot chick, and the next thing I know, I'm a partridge in pain. And she has a huge ass. She's not kidding. By the way, that's the voice of Guest of the Year, Norm McDonald. What do we got coming up?
Right now, we have the big award for Drop of the Year.
Here we go. The Drop of the Year.
And the nominees for Drop of the Year are the guy from the Ad Council.
Yes, hello. My name is Graham Wellington.
Another caller who hates Danny.
Tell Danny to move on.
A student from the University of Florida.
Don't chase me, bro. Don't chase me.
Throat singers. And Bill Donahue from the Catholic League.
Give me a break.
Wow, that was it. That was his whole
competition.
It is. Norm, as Guest of the Year, I think that kind of makes you the expert in comedy of all kinds. So I'm going to look to you for advice.
I just think because it's so famous, it's the Taser one.
Oh. The Taser one, I would think, was a pretty good bet. Now, that came out to be a setup, correct?
Yes.
That came out to
I
be
think that kid was just trying to get on YouTube.
Yeah, that kid was.
I have one problem with that drop, though. I think it's already dated because I've heard it in some commercials.
Oh, yes, I have too.
Maybe it's gone too far. Maybe it's not funny anymore, but you know what? And perhaps I'm partial because I think I brought it in for Music Monday, but I do love the Tuvan Throat Singers.
That's true.
That's the one that got the most laughs.
But I'm telling you right now, if Don't Tase Me Man wins, that I'm going to go to some sort of rally and start screaming, don't gouge my eye out, don't gouge my eye out, so I can win next year. Guest of the Year is going with Don't Tase Me Man. Brian, you ready?
Do you want an explanation of, by the last one, you was very short, to give me a break?
Was, yeah, I didn't understand it completely.
Give me a break.
And I think most people probably don't understand it, so let's play this very short clip that explains it a little bit better. This is Danny talking to a man from the Catholic League, and he was debating, two callers debating, and hilarity ensued.
Cosmo Cavallaro. I know it's early for the fecal talk, so I'll try to keep it as sterilized as possible. But
Doc, give yourself a break. This guy, I don't mean to be rude, Cosimo, I really don't, but you're not particularly articulate. You don't have a lot of passion in your voice. The doctor sounds articulate and passionate, and Doc, you're losing.
Give me a break.
Stop saying that. Stop saying to give you.
Right to interpret what passion is.
I'm not going to give you anything. Neither is this guy.
Give me a break.
Oh, that guy sucked.
So, Danny, you didn't realize.
That was Brian. The Doc has been on hold.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Next time, the next time Jack Silver comes in here and says I interrupt and I repeat myself, somebody's losing an eye. That's all. I like that very much. Either that or he was infatuated with Nell Carter. One of the two right there.
They were having an argument. Remember that artist that would make the Jesus
out of
poop? Yeah.
And he has to give him a break.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to give a break to. Okay.
So,
you ready?
Don't Tase Me Bro finishes a close second.
To the winner is...
Tell Danny to move on.
Now, being the egomaniac that I am, even when something like that happens, I consider myself a winner. That's when a guy comes on and says, Bonaducci, I hate you. but then wins an award for it, he couldn't have gotten it without my help.
Do you guys know about the Razzies? You probably know.
Yeah,
Norm.
it's a raspberry or something.
Yeah, it's like for the worst performance or movie awards. I think Halle Berry showed up and accepted one for Catwoman. She embraced the horribleness of that role.
She should have accepted one for hitting that person and running away.
She got a Razzie from the California State Highway Patrol.
All right, and I believe we are up for something very interesting right now, are we not?
Oh, yes. You ready for this next award?
Okay, the next award, if I am not mistaken, should be one of the spectacular moments.
This is one of the big awards for
out of the Adam Carolla Annals of History, the Rant of the Year.
And the nominees for Rant of the Year are Donuts and Pizza in the Office.
All of them eventually get eaten. Why? Because there's donuts, and there's no such thing as a bad donut. If the guy who makes the donuts craps and it lands in a donut shape, and he puts enough multicolored jimmies on it, and you put it in a donut box, eventually that one will be consumed. Thus, no lesson. The next time you go to get the donuts, you will get the same horrible ratio, just like the peon that gets the 10 pizzas for the office party and makes 5 of them pepperoni and 5 of them cheese, when, as it turns out, adults with 2 goddamn brain cells to rub together want mushroom, or we want sausage and pepper on our pizza. If you're the guy who's in charge of the pepperoni, if you're the guy who's in charge of the glazed donuts, please do us all a favor. Climb up to the top of your office building and toss your worthless corpse off it. Thank you. Wow.
Los Angeles Graffiti.
Come on out to Los Angeles. And by the way, enjoy the copious amounts of graffiti on every effing freeway sign we have. Nothing makes you feel better as a motorist or a taxpayer than when you pass freeway signs that are just scribbled out with graffiti. Fantastic. Nice job, Ragosa. Keep it up, buddy. You're doing a great job. When you roll off that reporter from Telemundo, perhaps we can focus on these issues. Eventually, he's going to come up with air. When you're done banging reporters from Telemundo via Ragosa and you come up during your refractory period, maybe we can do something about the piles of trash and the graffiti that are all over this town. Put another camera up at a signal, you pussy.
The Virginia Tech shooter's parents.
We never stop talking about the counselors and what they could have done, and the cops and what they could have done, and the roommates and what they could have done. What about the kids' parents? I want to know what they did or didn't do. I heard somebody saying that these are victims as well. His parents are victims as well. I'm not so sure about that. You have a clinically depressed, despondent son who's wearing sunglasses at the dinner table and staring down at his peas like he wants to kill himself and the world. I think you should get that kid some help. And I do blame the parents until I hear otherwise, and that's what I want the news to talk about. Because let me say something, news, folks. The way to prevent this from happening again is to get at the root of the problem. It's not to talk to counselors that got the heebie-jeebies when they spoke to this guy when he was in his 20s. Or teens or whatever he was in. The damage had been done at that part. With the media saying to the counselors making $27,000 a year, why didn't you drop everything else you were doing and focus full time on a guy that may or may not have just been a moody teen? The parents can see this coming early and often and get the kid either medication, counseling, or both. But does the media talk about that? No. Parents were victims. Why didn't the counselors do their jobs?
Adam's old teacher, Mr. Mallon.
I hope he's dead. I hope someone puts a speaker on the ground and pumps it into his grave. I didn't learn anything in junior high. The only thing I learned is that I hated Mr. Mallon. This guy was 4 foot tall and all prick. What a dick. He's a short little guy who could bully around 13-year-olds because every adult would have told him to F off in a second. Mr. Mallon, if you're listening, I'd like to dance a jig on your grave. Wow. Oh, what an ass. And look, everyone wants to do that thing where it's like, he's an old man, leave him alone. Screw you. You were an ass. Everyone I knew who had you thought you were an ass. It was cool because you could boss around 13-year-olds because even though you were poor midgets, you could still beat up 13-year-olds and you would threaten them. Well, now I could kick your ass and it's my turn. You want some? I'll crack your old ass like kindling and kick your ass right to the curb, you old fart. Yeah, you see how it feels now? Now there's someone who can kick your ass and they're being a dick. He had a drinking fountain in his class. He wouldn't let anyone use it. He was such a prick. Please. I hope he's dead. All right, good times.
That's going to be a rough show.
My dad did hit the lottery, and here's how my dad did hit the lottery. His son busted his ass. He didn't spend his money buying lottery tickets. He spent his money buying classes over at the Groundlings Improv Theater so he could learn something. And then his son worked very hard. And then his son made a bunch of money on TV and on radio. That's how my dad won the lottery. That's the lottery. That's this country's lottery, you idiots. That's how you win the lottery. You bust your hump. I don't know what the average income of the average lottery player is, but judging from the guy in front of me who's buying the lottery ticket in slippers, I'm going to go with not much. It's obviously uneducated, semi-retarded people, half of which are on the effing dole. Half of which the lottery buyers are buying tickets with tax money that we give them. Uneducated people.
Is that it? Are those our categories? Very nice. All right. For Rant of the Year, and it's got to be hard to pick, a Guest of the Year, Norm Macdonald. You have a shot?
I think Mr. Mallon.
I'm with you.
With the speaker on the grave?
Yeah.
The speaker on the grave is what tipped that in.
Yeah.
My first wife's, or about to be ex-wife's, mother died, and she said, will you go up to Kenosha, Wisconsin with me? And I said, sure. I didn't care. I didn't really know her very well, never met her mom. And I'm sitting there, and I realized I've been putting out cigarettes on her mom's grave for about the last 20 minutes. And that alone was really offensive. You put a speaker on a guy's grave and yell, I'm really glad you're dead. That really tips it in.
Yeah.
So, Guest of the Year, Norm Macdonald on the Adam Carolla Christmas Show with the Adam Carolla Ace Award Show goes to...
I hope it's Mr. Mallon. Rant of the Year is Ace's rant against the lottery.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
I'm surprised.
Maybe has more universal appeal, but I feel like his rant against Mr. Mallon was cathartic.
It was very heartfelt, yeah.
Yeah, and it's for everybody who wants to go back in the past and tell someone to F off.
Yeah. It resonated for me because now I have a kid, and when I go to meet his teachers, they're retards.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're not smarter than you, and you go, wow. Like, they always have this, the teachers, man, they're saints. They're the hardest job in the world, They get all summer off, Christmas off. They only have to deal with children. You know what I mean? They have no boss.
Have you had any altercations with your kids' teachers?
Physical altercations?
No, just verbal disagreements.
Well, my kid's band teacher, he plays the bugle or whatever that is.
Number 4.
I've had
the trumpet. And I said, he plays the guitar. I said, why can't that count? Like, they don't let him play guitar. They play these insane instruments that they can't later get laid with,
Right. Bugle's not getting you laid.
No.
You know what? I cut out the middleman completely.
Yeah?
My girlfriend's a teacher.
Oh.
So I just get even with the teacher almost every evening. She goes, I am not going to do that. And I go, oh, yes, you are. And you're doing it for my biology teacher from the 7th grade, young lady. All right, the rant of the year goes to, again, if I'm not mistaken, it is...
The lottery.
The lottery. Very interesting choice. We've got Norm Macdonald with us. He is the Guest of the Year. And you know what? I'm going to take a phone call that's been waiting for you for quite a while. Let's see if I can get this right. I believe we are speaking with Scott in Sacramento.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Norm.
Hey.
Loved you on Saturday Night Live, man. You were the greatest news guy they ever had.
That's nice of you to say.
I would agree. Scott, you're a big fan?
Agree.
I'm a big fan of Norm Macdonald.
Thanks, Scott. That's real nice. That
Big
guy
fan
sounds
of you,
hot.
Teresa.
Thank you, Scott.
Big fan of Brian. And Danny.
Yes, sir.
Well, Danny's Danny.
Danny is Danny. Danny is
give me
Danny.
a break. I have a question for you, Danny.
Shoot, man.
Hey, why don't you ever read the message board?
On this radio station?
Yeah.
Because that would be foolish. I do go to radio station chat boards all the time.
Oh, you should really check it out.
Why would I do that? It's just mean and hurtful.
It's not hurtful. It's truthful.
No, go to the ones really. If you go to like radio chat and stuff where they talk about other radio stations, it's a little more fairly handed, and I think you'd be surprised. I know exactly what they are on the chat boards here, but I do understand your point completely.
You should actually check it out because you inspired a new word yesterday based on your hosting of the show.
Yeah, what was that?
Turdbortion.
Turdbortion.
Not my word either, by the way.
No, that's cool.
It's a combination of turd and abortion.
Oh, two unseemly words put together.
Not my word. Don't want to take credit for it, but it's there.
Too
You
bad
should check it out.
it tastes bad together.
I'm
Hey,
just
you guys
wondering.
have a great day. Love you, Norm.
Thanks, man. I just wonder how you put the words turdbortion along with year extension $100,000 raise.
That guy sounds hot.
I really don't know how that works out, but whatever, man. It's good for me.
I was going to mention the lottery thing because I just thought of something when I was a kid. My dad said something that was very interesting. My aunt always bought lottery tickets, and my Aunt Hazel, and my dad couldn't understand it, because he lived through the Depression and he did not believe in that. So every week she'd buy the lottery tickets, and she had her lucky number, And so one week she couldn't get to the store, to get the lottery ticket. And my dad said, well, just forget it, And my aunt said, no, I can't, I can't forget it because if my lucky number comes in that week, I'll go crazy. And then my dad said, well, if that number comes in that week, that ain't your lucky number.
Nicely said.
Interested.
Interested.
Well put together. Listen, we have got a bunch of more awards coming up on the Ace Awards. I would also like to point out, I can't tell you for sure if Adam is going to make it to the Christmas Carolla Show tonight at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana. And I will even take that last guy that says I should read the message boards. If you want, we can put a suggestion basket at the front door to make up for the things that when Adam Carolla is not here, it is not the same show.
We're doing our best. No,
but
I'm
it's
really
a different
not.
Show. I'm really not doing my best. They're going to pay me anyway. Why would I do my absolute best?
That guy sounds hot.
But if you come out tonight, I promise you, we've got what is it? The girls from the
Bunny Ranch.
Dude,
Dennis
there's that one
Hoff.
blonde chick.
She's cute.
She's killing me, man. But they've also got the Spearmint Rhino. Is that correct? Where do you suppose they got that name? Do you think they went to the liquor license board and the guy just finally said, I don't care if we have to call it the Spearmint Rhino. Just let me serve some booze.
That's a good question.
Keep going. You got any more observational humor?
Give me a
break. Come on, you're on a roll.
Norm Macdonald thought it was a good idea, but apparently Brian thought I should move on, so we will do just that exactly on time.
Maybe a caller would know where they came up with that name.
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
I don't know. You'll have to ask Brian. All right, it is 8:18. We'll take a break, and we will be back with more Ace Awards with Best Interview.
Interesting insights, Bonaducci.
Coming up, more of the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007. The Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual Ace Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
In the day we sweat on campus in the classrooms of USC. At night we ride through sorority mansions with beer-chugging machines made from tubes of PVC injected with lager-rate brew capacity. Oh, a 6-beer bong will put Moose on his back. A 2-beer bong, Ashley will work your sack and let you shave her rug. But Delta Fruits like us, baby, we were born to chug. Born to chug.
Well, I see what you guys are doing. You're putting the songs spread out like in the Oscars.
That's right. And
Oh,
by the
very
way,
nice.
choreography by Debbie Allen.
Very nice. Always done. You should see T doing the dance, too. It's amazing.
It's interpretive. It's hard to interpret Born to Chug, but I'm trying.
We have got Guest of the Year. Norm Macdonald won by a landslide. Now, when he only heard 25%, his eyes did not sparkle until he realized how many nominees there were. 25% was a landslide, bro.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
really like you. As a matter of fact, we've had calls all morning about how much people like you and want you to come back and take my spot. And
Good God.
You and I should talk about
Norm,
that
the most
immediately after
magical
the show.
part of your appearance was that we were talking about to catch a predator, as you
Yeah.
call it, in your Canadian way.
Predator. Yeah.
And you took the side of the predator.
I take it you're a virgin.
Yeah, well, I just think that, yeah.
Don't back off that stance.
As long as you're well thought out.
Well, I just think, I don't get angry at them because they're just sick, They're just they just have an illness, that's all.
And plus, the girls who are 12 and 13.
Teresa.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing, you know what I mean? It's cultural, that's all.
In some cultures, they're
I
considered
mean,
women.
They've been married for years at 13 in some cultures.
Sure.
To their brother.
And how about the culture today? I mean, the stories I hear from the high schools, good God,
Yeah, now,
man.
my daughter just turned 13 and still acts like a little girl.
Oh, good.
Types little girl messages, has Hello Kitty stationery and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But her classmates, I don't know her new school, so if you're going to school with my daughter, I'm obviously not talking to you because I haven't been to the new school yet. But some of the 13-year-olds are so genetically advanced. They are young.
Oh, yeah.
They look and act like women. If a woman came on the typewriter, or there's my age, on the keyboard,
the Underwood,
with her Walkman, and type all those kind of outrageous sexual references that she has done before, it is kind of not that I'm taking the side of the predator at all, but it is a bit of entrapment.
Oh, it's entrapment for sure because there's no victim. The guy is going there to have sex with an imaginary person.
Right. But they won't put him in an imaginary jail. I know, I've tried. I said, couldn't you put me in the imaginary jail this time?
You're naked as a 14-year-old girl.
How many times have you been in the joint?
I've been in the joint, if you consider the police station chained to other criminals, the joint or actual jail.
The old Gray Bar Hotel, the real jail.
The real jail twice, the police station chained to bleeding convicts 6 times.
How long a bit did you do?
I've never done more than 24 hours.
Now, a buddy was telling me that if you're a celebrity, they put a thing on you. Is that true?
That number, you mean?
No, it was a ribbon or something to know that. What the heck is that?
That's my sobriety date. And it's wrong.
Oh.
I got drunk like 4 days later. Now I just have these random numbers.
Danny's sobriety date is a fluid concept.
They come, they go.
It's an hourglass.
My buddy was in Vegas, and he was sober, clean and sober for I don't know how long. But no, like for 5 years or something. And I guess he got all drunk, and he was trying to cash in his chip. His 5-year chip.
Oh, no!
Do you want to hear the meanest thing in the whole world? I went to, and now it's out there and everybody says it. So
Don't be a one-upper, like I said before.
They usually try and keep this a big secret. But there is a bar in Malibu. And if you take them your 1-year chip, you drink free all day.
Oh, my Lord. Really?
That's the guy who went through AA and it didn't work out for me.
I think I'm more pro-pedophilia than I am pro-that. Seems very wrong.
Wait, Teresa, can you say that again clean so I can record?
I am pro-pedophilia.
Oh, my God.
Merry Christmas.
Redo the Ace Awards drops.
Let me just say this, then. I could not imagine committing pedophilia if you weren't drunk. So I think the two go hand in hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How old is your kid, Norm?
He's 10, 15.
Does he drink? Does he drink and hang out?
No. He's a very well-behaved young man.
I can imagine that.
And he, it's hard in L.A. You gotta really stay on him to keep him a nice boy.
And you're a single dad?
Instead of yes, ma'am. I have him 3 days a week, and my ex-wife has him 4.
I'd like to be a stepmother, just a little bit. I
You
have a little
would?
crush on you, Norm. Just a little.
Oh,
Just
and
a
then
little.
there's that Joel McHale guy.
Just a
She
little.
wants everybody but
What?
us.
Everybody she
Jeez.
likes?
Norm isn't just the guest of the year. He's really my only guest crush, I think.
Would you sleep with him on the first date?
No, I'm madly in love with my boyfriend, of course. I'm
Oh,
just
that's
saying.
great.
I'd sleep with you on the first date. Which one of us is more attractive now? All right,
I
here
don't
we
put
go.
out on the first date.
No, I don't think
See,
the girl
shine,
should.
you guys. I think they should. I like a girl that puts out on the first date twice as much as I like a girl that puts out on the second date.
My buddy was telling me these girls have these crazy like rules, you know.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, I can't really say this.
Come on.
But he was saying like she had this strict rule like no intercourse like for a week, you know. But meanwhile she would let him like do all these degrading things that. Because intercourse really is the least degrading of the sex acts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
my wife had this rule where there was no intercourse for 12 years. It was just this weird rule that she had. We have guests on that. Already briefed out by Teresa Strasser.
Well, you know, in Brazil, like I was talking to my buddy, they're very, very Catholic, the girls. So they act very sexual because they know they're not going to have sex because they're Catholic. But they have
sheep.
Anal sex.
Right.
Yeah.
So these girls
They're
are
still virgins.
and yet they've been anally for probed 200 times. That's not a sweet virgin, right?
Wait. What country is this?
It's Brazil.
My vacation starts tomorrow.
Yeah, baby. JetBlue it up.
All right, here we go. This is the big one. Our
interview.
Are we going for it right now?
Let's do best interview.
Best interview right now.
And the nominees for Best Interview are Adam Sandler.
Jimmy pointed out that at the fight where Jimmy fought Michael the Maintenance Man when we were over on K-Rock, when I met Jimmy when I was a boxing trainer, that Sandler, along with John Wayne Bobbitt and Pat O'Brien, were the celebrity judges of that match.
That's right.
So in a certain way, I knew Adam Sandler, or at least met Adam Sandler, before I even got into show business.
I was so excited to do that. You know how quickly I'd say no right now to that.
Oh, my God. You wouldn't even say no. Your publicist would wipe his ass with the request and send it back. I figured out that cosmically there's only room for one Adam to be successful, and I think you guys can do the math on
You're the
that.
smarter one. You're the cooler one. You're smoother than me. It could have been you. It should have been you. But I went to Temple more. So.
Morgan Freeman.
Good morning.
That's Danny Bonaducci and Teresa Strasser. But don't worry about them. Focus on me, Morgan.
That's the deal. I'll do that.
Dig on this vibe for a second. Morgan Freeman would be one of your coolest celebrity friends that would mean you were the coolest.
Sure.
You know, that kind of flattery will get you in some kind of trouble if you're not very
I'm just saying, if I said to someone, I'm hanging with Morgan this weekend, we're going to go out flying in his private plane, people would be like, wow, is this Carolla's evolved, man. We thought he was just a foul-mouthed jock from the valley. Turns out he's cool.
Hard to top that.
Teresa chiming in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be concentrating on you. You know that,
That's right.
I'll do it.
Jamie Foxx.
Man, when I met Oprah, I was like, man, if she went with Stedman, you know.
Really?
She gave me like some advice about how not to blow it. She took me to meet Sidney Poitier. I saw you one time, and I got a chance to meet him, and Quincy Jones, and all these different people, man. So, yeah, big up.
Oprah was a mentor to you.
Yeah, huge fan. I mean, you know, when I get a chance to meet some of these cats, you know, that I've either made jokes about or, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, thought I'd never meet them, you know, it blows your mind.
You would have sex with Oprah?
What?
You'd get down with Oprah if you could?
I mean, it depends on the situation.
If I was in charge, and it's a good thing that I'm not, I would insist that Jamie Foxx impregnate Oprah. When she gave birth, I would hold that kid up like the Lion King. Like the
or the opening scene from Roots.
John Kerry.
We thought the truth was out there sufficiently. They spent millions of dollars spreading the lie, and we have what we have. We have a presidency that's reeling in scandal and reeling in incompetence in Iraq and ignoring every major issue, frankly, here at home. It's a stunning, it's just an incredible statement.
Well, now that brings me to two questions. Who would you like to see win? And does everyone tell you you look like the mascot from the Patriots football team?
And Ray Liotta.
That was me, wasn't it?
It certainly was. I say it still is.
You were spooky, man.
Like in Goodfellas, when you're being chased by the helicopter and you're all beaked up on speed, I mean, you really looked high and crazed.
Right.
It looked like maybe...
I was acting.
Yeah, acting. Right.
Well,
and no pharmaceutical help during that scene?
No. The way Marty cuts it, the editing was
cuts
really
the
different.
coke or cuts the scene?
Does he use mannitol or manit?
You mean edits.
The music,
the way he
and
steps
everything.
on, edits the movie.
And I think what it is so many people can relate or to that kind of situation that I think they just kind of brought their own baggage into it.
Didn't you, or
Yeah,
maybe
sure
that was
enough.
just me, but did you stay up for 24 hours straight before you shot the scene or anything?
No.
I mean, you were sweaty.
Because it's like any movie, you're doing some things, in the beginning of the movie, then, the end of it, it's not in sequence, so...
Well, that's the funny thing. That was probably the first day of shooting. I'm going to have a movie at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Really?
Yes.
That you directed, you're in?
I co-wrote it, and I star in it.
What's the name of it?
It's called The Hammer, and I'd love to extend an invitation to you.
Well, I'm here to Saturday.
All right, buddy. I'll bring the popcorn and the scissors to put the hole in the bottom. I'm that big a fan.
Even home in his sickbed, he manages to get in a plug for the Hammer. That, my friend, is talent. And to keep us on time, let us go right away to the winner of the best interview on the Adam Carolla Show.
The Ace Award for Best Interview of 2007 goes to Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman for being all serious and stuff.
By the way, Angie won $10,000 for booking him because remember it was Outbook August.
That's right.
So she should really accept on his behalf, but she's too busy producing our show.
That's right. She's too busy making sure that this train wreck stays on the track as well as possible. We have a lot of calls from Norm MacDonald. You have an amazing amount of fans. I would like to point out to Teresa, we've got a lot of calls saying how great of a job you are doing. I don't have time to go through them all. A couple even say I'm doing a good job, and several are saying Brian is a genius. So you're all insane. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break on the Adam Carolla Show, and we are going to come back with something near and dear to my heart. The best fight of the year on the Adam Carolla Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very happy and a Merry Christmas to you. To make it really happy and merry, make sure you drive safely and carefully. There's nothing merry about a crash.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual Ace Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
It was many, many years ago. His life was really sad. On the road, being chased by police. Almost half his bones are broken and he didn't really care. With the crap he's done, I'm amazed he's not deceased. Because those years he was so very high. Took every drug he could afford to buy. Then beat up a chick who turned out to be a guy. Bonaducci high on prescriptions. Bonaducci high on tranquilizers. Bonaducci high on marijuana.
Wow. That's not only a great song. That guy's got some pipes, man.
Yeah, that guy does have some pipes, but he doesn't have a very long list. He needs to drop by and open the medicine cabinet and really get a song going. It would be longer than Inagata Davida if he went through my
That
medicine
song wins.
chest.
That's my favorite of yours, Mike Lynch.
The Great Rich Banks.
Yeah.
And, of course, obviously, the great Mike Lynch. All right, I said we were going to go to the best fight, and I guess I jumped ahead because I'm so excited about fights. I just like that. But a coincidence has happened. We stayed on clock. We're all good. But three of the possible winners of the best impression happened to be on the phone, so we could get a live acceptance speech. So I'm going to jump ahead and go to best impression of the year on the Adam Carolla Show.
And the nominees for Best Impression are Adam as ESPN sports guy Bill Simmons.
Dear online diary, not only the Sox, the best team in baseball, and the Patriots, the best team ever. Oh, hold on, I wrote ever. Delete. The best team ever. But we have the best medical journal ever. The New England Journal of Medicine. Go Journal of Medicine. P.S. G.S. Go Sox.
Listener Doug as Danny Bonaducci.
I'm wearing Hello Kitty underwear.
Nice.
You like my bedazzle work?
Danny, how much do you smoke a day?
I smoke 3 cartons a day.
Good.
Teresa, can you wear a Cindy Brady wig for me, baby? That new dress is going to do it for me. Gretchen, I want your back, Gretchen. Gretchen, I want you. I can't believe you're leaving me. Ladies, I'm still single. Check out MySpace.com. I'm ready to go, ladies. I'm ready to go.
Wow.
Billy West as Tony Soprano.
Teresa?
Yes.
I felt that I was a little disrespectful to you the last time I was here.
When we spoke on the phone?
Yeah, I was a little rough on her, talking about taking her to Capri and everything like
He's
that.
so beautiful. He brought me roses.
Yeah, I did. And they're thornless, too. There ain't no prong on there.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
Okay, but I'm respectful of you, and I want you to know that if you ever want anything more than, like, friendship, you understand? But all you gotta do is snap your fingers, okay? And I'm right there. I'm sensitive and I'm evolved, you understand? I leave the seat down unless I'm chopping up somebody's head and flushing it down the toilet.
Bald Brian as program director Jack Silver.
Then I remind him what he told the girl who said she was 13. You say sleep on your back and open them wide open. But what did you mean by that?
What do you think I meant? We've been over this before. Jackman's been very clear. I have a huge unit. Jackman is hung like a paint can. A splotchy, dented, rusted paint can. That from time to time needs to be shaken vigorously by a Mexican down at the Home Depot.
Before you do that, I need to tell you something. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
I know! Hanson, we have had this conversation no fewer than 7 times in the last 2 months. You guys keep using me on your little program, I'm going to start demanding residuals. You'll be hearing from my agent. Okay.
And Jay Moore as Tracy Morgan.
Adam Carolla. I need new wheelchair gloves with no fingers so I can still count my money because I lost my legs in Vietnam.
Hey, Tracy Morgan, are you going to go see Jay Moore?
You're fine for a white girl. I don't know if you're Jewish or Mexican, but I know what you ain't. And you ain't on top of Tracy because there's a loaf of bread you eating if you're with me.
Are you going to go see Jay Moore at the Bray Improv?
I love Jay Moore. He's my uncle. Wow. It's going to be rough because the program director is, I don't know how many people sound like him, know what he sounds like, but it is right on. But I have a personal favorite. I think I'll keep it to myself till all the votes are in. Shall we go for the best impression on the Adam Carolla Show of 2007 is...
Opening the envelope. Jay Moore as Tracy Morgan.
Yeah! Well, believe it or not, 3 of the callers that I said were on the line, one of them is, in fact, Jay Moore. Good morning, Mr. Moore.
Yo, Jay Moore couldn't even make it this morning. Jay Moore's homesick with Paras and mushroom tackle scratch.
He's your uncle. He's your uncle.
Tracy, how you been?
Oh, Jay Moore's my uncle. I was on Rachel Ray.
Who hasn't been?
That's big time. A nigga on Rachel Ray.
Hey, so Jay, first of all, congratulations on your big win today.
Well, Jay ain't here, baby.
That's it. We're going to stay with Tracy Morgan all the way
Tracy,
through.
have you been drinking?
Well, of course I have. Hey, look, I want to thank Patrick Duffy.
Why?
Because without him, I never would have gotten into stand-up comedy.
One of those truly funny men that inspires.
Yeah, of course. He inspired me to learn about my snake hook bite and run.
God, the references get weirder and weirder on the show.
Let's just do Gone Collapse Cold Fat with my uncle.
Well, Tracy, do you know anything about jmore.com?
jmore.com is the website where you gibble push down.
Hey,
What?
Tracy, are you under house arrest?
House arrest? No. Yo, I didn't even get home yet. Because I was at the Clipper game last night with Freddie Munoz.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We went crazy.
You like Malcolm in the Middle?
Malcolm on top in the middle. I like Freddie Boom Boom Washington and J.J. Evans. I don't care.
Now, Tracy, did you ever work with Norm Macdonald? Because we have him here in studio.
As guest of the year.
Where? Whoa. Hold on a minute, Norm. Whoa. He's cold-blooded. He's from what you call it, Canada.
That's right.
Canada.
We don't have American Guest of the Year. We have Guest of the Year, and Norm Macdonald won. Jay Moore or Tracy Morgan or whatever psychotic episode you're going through has won.
Put Norm Macdonald on the phone. I'll straighten him out.
He's
with
right
a
here.
thumbtack.
Norm, say hello.
Thumbtack in the back with the heart attack.
I tell you what's great about Jay is his Christopher Walken impression. There's guys come up with like seminal impressions, like Dana Carvey did with Carson, and
I gotta have more cowbell.
and Dave Thomas did with Bob Hope, and it's like they crack the code, and then everybody can do the impression, and that's what Jay did with Christopher Walken. After he did it, everybody could do it, you know, and that's a tough.
Well, that's nice, Norm. I just.
All right, Jay.
Gave away all my best stuff. Thank you.
I remember a sketch you wrote for Bob Newhart, and you said, well, you know, a lot of people, they mix up the word literally with the word figuratively. Yeah. So, you know, a guy will say, hey, how was that movie there? And the other guy will say, yeah, I literally laughed my head off. But,
now, Jay, that seemed like half me and half Sandler.
that would be a very funny guy.
Yeah, that was
Hi, Norm. I can't believe I'm talking to Norm.
Jay, baby, how you doing? How's lovely Nikki?
She's good. We got colds. We got cottage cheese heads today. All week. How's Dylan?
Oh, that's nice of you to remember. He's great. He's great.
I got a 5-year-old
Jay
boy.
and I started together with Sarah Silverman and David Tell, and it was a magical year.
And by the way, if you want to read about it, Jay, when you were on, I was so impressed with you that I went out and bought your book that day. And now I've bought it for about 3 people, gasping for airtime. It's really good.
And on Jay's behalf, man, I say the first person I ever asked to sign a book for me wrote to Danny, don't ever lend a book. Because that's how they make their living. So I never go, hey, this is a great book. I want to borrow it. I always go out and buy another copy for the guy.
You can't put it down. A lot of good stories, and some about you, Norm.
Not so friendly. They're not that nice.
Hey, that's not true. All the Norm stories are friendly.
That's true.
As are you.
Hey, Norm, you want to hear something really hilarious?
Yeah.
So I write that book. It's on the New York Times bestseller list for like 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And then, 2 years goes by. I'm at a Clipper game with my 3-year-old son. He's 3 at the time. He's 5 now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I see Sandler. I have courtside seats. I see Sandler on the other side of the court. I go all the way around. Excuse me. I go all the way around, during a break. I got to go through, 3 security people. No. I sit on the floor, too. It's okay. And Sandler's with some, I forget who he was with. And I get all the way to Sandler, and I'm like, Sandu, what's up, man? And he looks over his shoulder. I'm holding a baby in my arms. He goes, yeah, I heard you said some bad things about me in your book. And he turns back around.
Wow.
That guy sounds hot.
No.
I go, did you read it? He goes, no, I didn't read it.
Wow, he just keeps him coming. Jay Moore, best impression of the year. Thank you so much for being on the Adam Carolla Ace Awards.
Hey, Norm.
Yeah, Jay.
I'm glad. Thanks for opening for me at the Irvine Improv, January 17th.
No problem, man. I'm always there.
Wow, I'm glad we got that in. And don't forget jmore.com, okay? And also don't forget, coming up next, we have Best Fight of the Year.
Yeah.
Right here at the Adam Carolla Show.
Thanks, Tracy and Jay.
Coming up, more of the best of the Adam Carolla Show in 2007. The Ace Awards on the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual Ace Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year.
Yeah, crazy, crazy, No, get out of my car! He's a Latin man, there is no doubt.
Oz.
Yep, I'm here. He's Nicaraguan born, that's why he's brown. And vice versa.
Vice versa.
Most of his English is mispronounced. And there's a sound he makes when he wants his wife around. His name's Oswaldo. Confusing when he talks. I remember some friend, living this parambulo in this movie.
This what?
His name's Oswaldo. He's short and hairy. Hell yeah.
Very nice. Hey, you're listening to the Adam Carolla Show. Adam is out very, very sick. And I just want to say a couple of quick things before we move on to our first category. One is, thank you to Adam Carolla, not for being sick, but it's his show, and with a snap of the fingers, it's a best of. And Teresa and Brian and Mike and Norm and I all don't get this opportunity. And he said, no, those guys can do it. So that's a real compliment to us from Adam. So thank you very much, Adam. The other thing is I live by the telephones, and it's a packed show, so I don't have time to take them. So, Joe, all praise to the show. I love you long time. Nice. What's next with Norm MacDonald? Wants to tell Teresa how much he loves her. Wants to give me financial advice. You guys are doing a great job. Danny, you suck so bad. You suck things I don't even know what they're called. And that's just about it. Oh, no. And a good job, Danny, on top of that. There's apparently, aside from I suck things that don't actually have a name, all good phone calls.
Well, what is next with Norm MacDonald?
Do we have the time? Cool.
Well,
what is happening?
Asked.
Lunch.
Nothing. But I will say that this is what Bill Cosby told me, Danny. He said the secret to success is, what did he tell me?
Oh,
this is important.
Thanks.
I need this.
You're an ass.
I really need this.
No, he said, I don't know how to, I don't know the secret to success, but I know the secret to failure. You try to please everybody.
Good call.
And that's where I think Danny is so good because, if I believe that if Richard Pryor, who I consider the greatest comic ever. Was in a club and nobody knew him, 90% of the audience would hate his guts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
It's a great compliment.
Although I can, still function and never set myself on fire more than once with the crack pipe. And actually, I just burnt myself when I dropped it.
By the way, Ike Turner died.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that? I'll bet 3-4 people showed up pissed off. All right, are we going to it? Here we go. The best fight of the year.
And the nominees for Best Fight are Danny Bonaducci versus Chuck Liddell.
Somebody go ahead and say go because I want this over fast.
Right, here we go. Bonaducci once more. Chuck Liddell is about brawl and sprawl. Danny's game is more about dry and hump.
Danny Bonaducci versus Teresa Strasser.
The idea that you've given to Adam is that maybe you really don't because of the way you speak. I just like a clear answer, that's all.
I couldn't have been more clear. You want to get in the ring with me?
Danny Bonaducci versus the deaf frat guy.
Get yourself out of college, and there'll be a very good chance you get a job.
I would have a job if you didn't take it from me.
All right.
I didn't.
That's what it's about.
You walked in the room, and he said, let's give it to someone else.
You're full of crap, bro. Maybe you would interrupt me if you had a potato up your ass.
Danny Bonaducci versus religious nut job Shirley Phelps.
I just want to know really what purpose it serves to grieve the parents of those dead soldiers.
All right, do you want an answer?
Because my brother's over there. He's in there serving his country.
He's an enabler like you and your black.
He's in Iraq. He's an enabler.
Watch out for IED.
Listen, you crazy Bible-quoting bitch.
And Danny Bonaducci versus Sugar Ray Leonard.
Here we go. Oh, no.
I can't watch what's happening.
No. We're in No, we went down. I think you went about 9 seconds there. Sugar Ray, you took it, and Sugar was throwing hard body shots.
Sugar was throwing hard body shots.
Best moments of my life.
I couldn't pull the button.
No.
No, he complimented me like crazy and said I couldn't pull the punch. It wouldn't hurt him. I felt like a friggin' hero. All right, the best fight of the year, which is interesting that I'm in every single category. The winner is...
Danny versus Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah! My absolute hero, and ladies and gentlemen, to my great, great happiness, Sugar Ray Leonard is on the line. Sugar!
Danny.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine.
I want you to know that I got more respect. Even though you knocked me down, we counted, it was 9 seconds. I made it, but that was the point. I knew he's Sugar Ray Leonard, man. But I think I'm going to win. My whole point was how long can I stay on my feet? And I stood there 9 seconds before he knocked me out. And I was so proud, and I really thank you for that opportunity.
Danny, people talk about that fight more than any fight. It's amazing, man. It was crazy.
It was so great. It was so great to. I mean, you're looking at Sugar Ray, and I told him in the other room. I said, "Will you spar with me?" Because he's seen me fight.
Yeah.
Sugar Ray has seen me fight at least twice, so knows I can take a hit. He also knows I'm a 48-year-old white dude. That he's not. He's probably 3-pack a day. 48-year-old white dude. He knows he's probably not in a lot of trouble. But I was surprised when he hit me with a good hook, and I didn't move.
I couldn't believe you wanted that.
I did want it. I did.
So early in the morning.
Dude, you Sugar Ray Leonard are the greatest thing to ever happen to a sport ever, and you gave me what I felt was a shot that you wouldn't give just some punk. That you gave me a shot that you needed to give a guy if you wanted him to stay away from you. I was proud.
Danny, I could not pull the punch.
Hey, Sugar Ray, can I ask you a question?
This is Norm Macdonald, Guest of the Year. He won the award for Guest of the Year on the Adam Carolla Christmas Carolla Show.
Yeah, sure.
I love Sugar Ray.
No
but when you fight a guy like Danny, do you want to get it over just in case a wild haymaker hits you? You know what I'm saying?
Do I want to get it over with quick? No. I've always been a guy who was very strategic, and I try to make sure that whatever punch or combination I throw, nothing else is coming back.
Right.
I don't
beautiful fighter.
Sugar Ray, looking back on your great and splendid career, how will you remember your fight with Danny Bonaducci?
I think that you know what, because first of all, I was aware that Danny had something under his sleeve, so I wanted to be able to throw the combinations and put him down for good. You can't let a guy like Danny hang around too long, because eventually he's going to come back with something.
Yeah, like pepper in his gloves or something like that.
I'll put hives.
Whatever.
Pepper spray in your prom
Do
dress.
people really put pepper on their gloves?
Well,
I think that's legal. Is that legal?
Well,
no, but they used to in the old days. Remember that?
Liston did it.
Yeah.
Right?
Sonny Liston is alleged to have put some kind of pepper.
Some kind of substance, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, Sugar Ray, I always wondered, did you get your name from Sugar Ray Robinson? Was that your hero? Or?
Yes, without question.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now, was beating Danny technically a hate crime?
I hate.
That's right. I'm white. I just realized that I'm a little white chain smoker. That was a hate crime.
I didn't characterize it as a hate. No, that wasn't a hate.
No, I'm only kidding. I take that honestly and deadly seriously as possibly the proudest 9 seconds of my life.
It's like the bull riders that last over 8 and a half.
Danny came to the green room and said, "Ray, could you just punch the crap out of me?" I said, "Okay."
He did, because Chuck Liddell, that guy, the cage fighter, wouldn't. He didn't get that I could do it, that I could take it. I knew I couldn't win.
You told Chuck Liddell to whack you?
Yeah. And I stayed on my feet 14 seconds with him.
But isn't Chuck bigger than me?
By far.
Yeah. How much does Chuck weigh?
I don't care. He's not Sugar Ray Leonard. I don't care what that man
Hey, Sugar Ray, I always tell people that a boxer could easily beat an ultimate fighter.
If he hits him first.
Right,
yeah.
I agree with that.
But the fight's going down to the mat, then
He always does.
And they will dominate.
Yeah.
Now, what if you were to learn, at your prime, if you were to learn the submission holds and the kicks, could you have been a cage fighter?
I could have been anything, Danny, but that was not my forte. That's not my thing.
Do you like watching it?
Oh, I love it, yeah. I watch it.
What do you think about, I'm just learning to like it because I resented it, and particularly, I resented it because of you. because I would try to explain to girlfriends, because it's the only sport I care about is boxing.
Right.
And I only care about certain boxers. People who just stand there and slug, although sometimes when they shouldn't, like Sugar Ray, you explain this guy, nobody's going to hit him.
Right.
And then he decides, tonight I'm going to stand with the man who's called Hands of Stone, and I'm never going to move backwards. And you just go, well, that's not the guy I was telling you about, but this is the most amazing moment of my life. Yeah. And then there's people like Roy Jones Jr., who seems to be making a comeback. What do you think of that idea, Roy Jones Jr. making a comeback?
Well, hell, man, I've made so many comebacks, man. I mean, my voice would not, put it this way. I think that Roy Jones makes a commitment. He has them, and he's dedicated, and he's focused, which is very difficult as you get older and you have more success. It's very hard to maintain that edge, you know what I mean, to get back to success. But Roy's fighting Felix Trinidad.
Another great fighter.
And a big puncher. So it's going to be an interesting fight. So I can't answer your question.
Well, fair enough. Nobody can answer my questions because mostly they can't understand them. All I know that I have been knocked to the ground by possibly one of the all-time great heroes in boxing and in life, really. There is Thomas Jefferson. So I'm putting you in a decent crowd, bro. There's Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Socrates, Sugar Ray Leonard. And Muhammad Ali. Those are my true-to-life heroes. And one of them, and probably mostly the only likely one to do it, punched me right in the face.
I don't know. That's Socrates' uppercut.
Daddy, can I punch you again before Christmas?
Damn right you can. If you wrap up that glove in a little bow, it would be the best Christmas present I ever had, sir.
Okay, I'll put a red bow on it.
All right, the winner of the best fight of the year with Danny Bonaducci, and also the winner of all American Hearts. I think a gold medalist in the Olympics, served his country greatly, and as far as I'm concerned, served his country as fine as any soldier in the field, brought home real pride to America. It is an honor, sir, to be hit repeatedly in the face by you.
All right, Dan. Love you guys, man.
Congratulations on your ACE Award, Sugar.
Thank you, babe.
That's right. He is the ACE Award winner of the best fight of the year. Now,
are you, Danny, we should say.
Thank you very much. That's right. I think that's my second or third, but mostly they're for being a dick.
You're cleaning up.
Aren't they mostly for being some kind of dick? Yeah, I thought maybe.
It's funny with that Ultimate Fighting because you say now you like it. I never like it.
You don't watch it?
No, because
that animalistic.
First they started with that kickboxing. That seemed odd because it kind of combined the style and grace of boxing with kicking.
Right.
It was just like cheating, and it just seemed.
So I'm never gonna, sell you my tickets to the Ultimate Biting Contest. That's just out. Because these guys, like Sugar Ray, you couldn't fight him because you couldn't hit him.
Right. It was like Ali and Sugar Ray.
Yeah. And around round 10, there was nothing left of you, and then he'd do things like, you'd think he was on Dancing with the Stars, because he'd do this double shuffle weird thing, wind up his right hand, and then hit you with his left, or wind up his right hand and hit you with the right hand anyway. The guy was the best there ever was, and like I said to a couple of other people here who have been voted the best at something in the world, it's not often you get face-to-face with a person people recognize as the greatest living human being as what they do. Now, I know I've accepted that award of radio several times as the greatest one who ever lived. Yeah. Me and, Alexander Graham Bell, who did the phone, and, got a couple of awards there. But, with the phone, came Marconi after Marconi came. It's an all equal line. But honest to God, that'll be one of the greatest moments of my life forever, that Sugar Ray Leonard beat me up. I think we've got more calls and more awards to give away. I believe coming up next, we have got Caller. This should be tough to pick. We've got Caller of the Year on the Adam Carolla Show.
All right, Danny. Now you've crossed the line.
Hello, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Season greetings. Best wishes for a joyous holiday.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show. The Adam Carolla Show's second annual ACE Awards. Now, another nominee for Song of the Year. Gay Walking.
Gay! Bill wants to know if you know
show. All the things straight guys should know. You're homosexuals. It's time for gay walking, 'cause you are gay. Gay.
I will tell you what, for a young man, Norm Macdonald knows some really cool old showbiz stories.
Oh, yeah.
We're outside smoking cigarettes. I hope his kid knows he
Guess
smokes.
what happened?
What?
He's trapped out there.
Yeah, I know. That happens to me all the time, dude. That happens to me all the time.
He's on his way back in. We should say that Norm Macdonald won our Guest of the Year Ace Award.
And rightly so. You know what? He plays well with others. As Adam would say, if I may try and speak for Adam, he brings it. You know? Norm Macdonald comes in, he brings it. He's not one of those guys that just, here's my movie, here's my .com, here's my MySpace or whatever. Norm Macdonald brings it. He doesn't actually bring himself physically. He just brings it. Yeah, it. Now he's here. The other time, he was just it. No, I was just paying you a high compliment.
What's that?
That Adam was paying me a compliment. I was on a talk show one night, and he said, the good thing about Danny on an interview, no matter what they're talking about, is he brings it. He comes ready to just bring it. Whether it's good or bad, he's just going to deliver.
Right.
And I was just saying that about you since you were stuck outside. I said the coolest thing about Norm Macdonald is the guy walks in prepared to just bring it. He's just gonna give you what you want as fast and furious as it comes to his mind.
I'll tell you what,
and he's not going to edit himself.
What I hate most of anything is when you see like somebody like an actress on the Tonight Show. She starts talking about how she's having trouble with her second house's pool maintenance. Like no idea of how to relate to people at all.
Who do we know like that?
What?
No, you're not looking at me. Please. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Because I remember
don't.
distinctly listening to Adam Carolla flip out that his new Lamborghini was not brought on the Friday it was promised. It was brought on an extra Saturday. And he was mad as hell. But he wasn't on a talk show. It was his own show.
He has more than one Lamborghini?
I think he has quite a few cars.
What do you think he's going to fill his warehouse with?
He loves cars.
He
Those
loves
are his
cars.
babies.
And you know what? Here's what I'll give him. Because I've been in this business longer and for certain chunks of time made more money than Mr. Carolla. Yeah. He's wise with his money, but he never stopped being a contractor. As he started to make a little more money, he started buying little houses and fixing them up. He could go on and be a very rich man, either in comedy, radio, television, or in building mansions. The guy's a real talent.
Yeah,
as I've said on this show many times with him in the room, I resent him and hate him. So, okay, let's get back to what we're doing. We're going for, I believe, are you ready? This is a huge one. This is...
Caller of the Year.
Caller of the Year.
And the nominees for Caller of the Year are Golf Ball Glenn from the Penny Saver.
Glenn?
Yes.
You have some golf balls for sale?
Yes, I do.
Used golf balls?
Yeah.
Ones you found on a driving range?
Uh-huh.
John from Seattle.
Every single morning since Danny has gotten on that show, he has ruined my morning show. The show is really good for us intelligent people like me and Adam, right? And then Adam, like, he makes a great analogy, and he goes off on a tangent, and then Danny will just... He'll just stop the flow. Okay? And then...
Hold on. What do you do for a living, John?
I'm an aerospace engineer.
Oh, listen.
Oh, there's your problem.
You're too smart.
Yeah.
Because Danny just stops the show, and then everything that every single word that comes out of Danny's mouth, it's so absolute. It's just like he just said like, oh, I swear to God,
Hold on,
of my life,
John. I like Danny. What are you gonna do?
Bad. That'd be really bad to have somebody on the show people thought were funny.
And then you know what else? You know what else really pisses me off? Is every single thing is always used to be always about Gretchen. Oh, me and my wife Gretchen. Oh, I don't care about your wife Gretchen, man. Just shut up about Gretchen. I could care less about
John.
Gretchen.
I'm only going to take another 10 or 15 minutes of this before I hang up on your ass.
By the way, he's a regular caller.
Hi, bro. Low brow. Pardon the peanut pun. This is about eyebrows and how, ironically, Ace has one. International Brow Mystery. Yeah, babe. Shagadelic. In fact, his unibrow could have been the stunt double for Tom Selleck. His unibrow is old school with the man show clout, meditating on the next subject to complain about. Seriously, if someone offers to wax it, take a pass. Because Carolla, you and your unibrow kick ass.
That was great, and let me say this.
Thank you.
You see, when you take public transportation, you get to create such bodies of work.
Right.
Poetry is born from the back of the bus. You must be sitting somewhere, left alone with your retarded thoughts for long periods of time in order to create such a masterpiece. Mark,
True that.
you don't have a car, right?
Not currently.
Jen the tranny.
Yes.
You realized at what age you had a woman living inside of you?
I had my epiphany when I was 14 or 15, and I was watching a certain show that you and Jimmy used to do together.
Mm-hmm.
You used to do Manovations.
Yeah, the man show, Manovations.
You had one, and it was called The Jugginator, and it could take any normal-looking woman and turn her into a juggy dancer.
Nice.
And you
Still
actually,
working on that. Yeah.
Adam actually jumped into the Jugginator just to see what it would do. And you see this hot, dark-haired girl with a unibrow get out with an Adam Carolla voiceover.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I wonder if you could actually do that.
And the angry lady from the sober living home.
We got a sober living home that we're going to get rid of because none of those bitches can stay sober.
Wow, that was very interesting round of phone calls there.
You know who I love?
Who do you love?
But it's not going to win because it's least provocative. Is that golf ball Glenn? Man, that was fun.
Actually, if you'd heard that whole show and if people heard that whole segment, he may win because it was really, really funny. But my personal vote goes to John with the vitriol.
The one that hates you.
Yeah, the guy that he calls up under different names twice a week from different cities. And calls up and he says things like, "Oh, I'd really like to talk about global warming." And Adam will say, "Global warming's fascinating to me." And he goes, "Biology sucks. I hope he dies of cancer."
Do you really think that's one guy?
That particular one, John, yes. We've established that is one guy. Oh, no, I've got the boards. I know there's 600-700 hate me and write daily. But that one, John, is that one, John. That's my vote. The caller of the year is...
I enjoyed the tranny, for the record.
She sounded like Truman Capote.
That was in cold blood, Danny.
She did.
Nice, Teresa.
The best caller, John from Seattle.
What
hates Danny.
What I tell you.
50% of the votes.
Wow. That's a good one. That says
He
you a
was
little something.
impassioned.
No,
from
he
Seattle.
hates me. Let's get that straight right now.
He's impassioned.
His voice cracked.
In hating you. He was almost moved to tears.
If he ever moves to L.A., I'll move him to tears. What's our address here? Like 7200 or something? Go out by the elevator on level 2. I'll be out there smoking.
I don't see trash talking golf ball Glenn like that.
Yeah.
That guy sounds hot.
That guy just sounds like a bitch. Okay, so that is the best caller of the year. And there were lots to pick from. How do you guys pick?
The nominations,
Out of, because those are thousands of calls. Those were the 5 you picked or whatever it was. How do you get it down to that?
Lynch probably knows.
Yeah, there's a blue ribbon panel. It goes through a very long process like the Oscars. There's a lot of people involved. There's a whole academy, really, for the Ace Awards.
Is there any chance there could be a turnover like that Miss California thing?
Yeah,
in
fact, if you have any protests, please put them up on AdamCarolla.com.
So do you think that like some of those witty repartee with Adam, if you actually saw a picture of him naked, bent over, wearing like fishing boots, they would recall his title because of the scandal?
Oh, I see.
There'd be a turnover.
Or give him another one.
Right.
That's what I do. The first thing I thought, I was like, wow. Naked and fishing boots. I'm going to give him another one. It's worth doing. So we have gone. Let's go through the list of what we have done so far. We have done best new bit, then least factual statement, which I won, interestingly enough, with a factual statement.
What was that? I
you
didn't
really
hear
think
that.
Steely Dan wrote a note to Owen Wilson saying you're not good enough to kill yourself? I would like to see that note.
Ask Ken. Looked it up for me.
She looked it up.
They wrote him a letter, said that they wrote a song called Cousin Owen or something like that.
Yeah.
And
You already
our
won.
cousin, what was it?
Cousin Dupree.
Dupree. And they wrote him a letter saying, you stole this movie, and we hate you. And then later on, when he tried to kill himself, they wrote back a letter that said, can't you get anything right?
Even if it is true, you could have won for any of the other 4 nominations, though.
So all factual, my friend.
So he's saying they stole the movie Cousin?
I'm saying
It was
Steely
called,
Dan
the
says
movie
that.
was You, Me, and Dupree.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, sure.
And they wrote a song, I believe, and I don't stand by the title, is Cousin Dupree, I believe. I'm
I
not
don't stand by
positive on
any
that.
of the story. It's not
So
my
they
story.
just stole the name Dupree?
No, because it was about a lazy cousin named Dupree who comes and stays on your couch. That's what it was about. And Steely Dan was really serious and really angry.
Well, that was a dumb choice to call him Dupree if he stole it, right?
It was a dumb choice to steal that out of all those things. No wonder he tried to kill him. Steely Dan is actually responsible now that I think about it. All right, so we had least factual statement, worst guest. Who did that go to?
Yeah, Alexis
Arquette. That's right. We had best dressing down,
Mike
which I
Dawson.
believe went to Mike Dawson in front of his family. Previously awarded best musical performance, best drops from guest, family members, cast, crew, drop of the year, rant of the year, best interview, and of course best guest, who is here with us right now, the great Norm Macdonald. Best impression, won by Jay Moore, who happened to also be on the phone. Best fight, which, interestingly enough, Sugar Ray Leonard won, but all fights were with me, which gives me some sort of great pride, I cannot tell you, which I believe leads us, we've had Caller of the Year. That is going to leave us, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're going to get to the Song of the Year. I don't know about you, I'm pretty excited. The Song of the Year.
You excited?
I'm not as excited as Danny, but I'm a little bit.
You know why you're not as excited as I am?
What?
Because we're about to give out a big award, the last award for Song of the Year, on a talk station that plays no music.
That guy sounds hot.
That's what
Are
really
you
gets me
attracted
going.
to Danny now, just a little? I mean, you keep saying he's hot.
That guy sounds hot.
Keep saying
He wants me. He wants me. And the sad thing is, he can have me. I go with the smarts over the looks, and he's got both. The man has my vote for Hot Guy of the Year. Best looking guest, my vote. All right, we're going to take a quick break. By the way, I would like to remind you that I hope more than anything that Mr. Carolla is feeling better and is at the Christmas Carolla Show tonight at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana at 7 p.m. If not, the rest of us will be there. And my suggestion, really, if anybody here, and you guys know better than I would suggest we put a suggestion box by the door. And you can put a suggestion in saying what we could do to make up for our fearless leader's absence. Like, what could we do that would make you happy? Because you came to see, of course, the star of the show, Adam Carolla. What possible favor could we do for you? Stunt could we do for you? Joke could we do for you? Bit could we do for you? Whatever it would make you happy to come out and still enjoy a wonderful Christmas show with the rest of the cast. But as I say, I hope more than anything we will see Mr. Carolla tonight, 7 o'clock at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana.
Well, there are lots of great treats at this time of year. Zucchini bread, fruitcake, but the thing that I most like to bring out at this time of the year are my balls.
Happy holidays from the Adam Carolla Show.
It's Christmas time.
Just in time for the classic rock lover on your Christmas list.
I am the god of the healthy fire and bring you
the best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune with Oswaldo Castillo.
A Mother Day warrior, Ming pride. Today, Tom Sawyer, Ming pride.
Singing the hits of Rush. Ozzy sings The Grateful Dead.
Drive a train, high in cocaine. Casey John, you better watch your speed.
The Police.
Oh, can you see? You belong to me. Oh, my poor heritage. We every stay you take.
Even Pink Floyd.
Okay. Use a little pink prick. There'll be no more.
Ozzy does Ozzy.
I am Iron Man.
The best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune with Oswaldo Castillo.
Can see or in he blind.
And of course, Leonard Skinner.
Turn it up.
Or Order now and you'll get Oswaldo's tribute to the 80s, featuring Warrant.
She's my cherry pie, cold drink, water, so sweet surprise. Wow.
And Bon Jovi. The best of Nicaraguan Name That Tune. Get it now on Hobo Power Records.
Wow. It has just been a loaded up show. We just have a few more minutes to it. Let's see. What have we done so far? Well, I've gone through that. We are going through the Song of the Year, correct?
At a ceremony held previously, you want to hear some ones we gave out earlier?
Sure, the ones that like they do for the. Oh, I was going to say
The
daytime
technical.
Emmys, but I'm the one that like backs you on that.
Creative Arts Awards.
You know, she won an Emmy.
Yeah?
Did you know that? She
No, I
won a
didn't
real
know.
live Emmy, goddammit.
Daytime.
So what?
that's
You
the
should
same
stop
thing.
saying same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I think for once in his life, Carolla's a little jealous. You got yourself an Emmy, young lady.
Let's hear about the other awards, the important awards, the ACE Awards.
Her modesty.
I know. It's just so fake. Okay. Good.
In a private ceremony held earlier, ACE Awards were handed out for the following categories. Danny Bonaducci for Interruption of the Year.
Bigheaded.com is where you go. That's
Condom pocket.
Best Huell Hauser Drop.
Inside the glory hole.
The Deaf Frat Guy for Best Call Screener.
Hell yeah, welcome to the Adam Carolla Show with Danny Bonaducci. You're on the air, but I have to screen you first.
Okay, can you just have Adam please call me baby doll and I'll be so happy?
Oh, you are now starting to piss me off.
Why?
You're clogging up the line!
You put me on hold. You were going to put me on hold, and then you were going to tell Adam I was on the phone, and then when I was going to get to talk to him.
Yeah, and
clogging up the line.
you're about to get a potato gun in your ass.
Uh-oh, Maverick's back. Deaf Frat Guy, you're supposed to be screening calls.
Listen, go back and screen the phones, would you, Mav?
The one call he put through, the comment is DFG rules.
Do you see the name on that one?
Dudes McCool.
We just made that guy up.
And then there's Stoner Keith from Parts Unknown.
For Complaint of the Year, Photosynthesis.
I wish there was a way we could shut down photosynthesis when we've had enough. My gardener was cutting my hedge. It seemed like only yesterday I was staring at the hedge yelling, "Grow, damn you, grow!" Then I blink my eyes and it is strangling and raping my wife, and I think, please quit growing!
Best Surprise Guest, David Arquette.
Got busted for allegedly trying to score some anonymous.
What's going on here, fellas?
David Arquette, everybody.
Apparently, somebody threw my sister into the volcano.
That's so awkward.
Danny Bonaducci for Best Eulogy.
There's no tragedy in Anna Nicole Smith's death. Now, the surrounding collateral damage may be tragic, but Anna Nicole's death costs America nothing and possibly improves the place. You care? I don't care.
Teresa Strasser for Most Inappropriate Laugh.
And according to police, the mother was changing the boy's diaper. She briefly left the room, and while she was gone, Bear the pit bull had his way.
With the 2-year-old?
Oh my God, Teresa, how can you?
Bear sodomized.
Tracy Morgan for the only black guy to ever sing Bob Seger.
He brought it.
Oswaldo Castillo for Best Insult by a Nicaraguan.
You must be bilingual, yes?
How's that?
Because your mother spoke fluent German and she raised
No,
you.
I'm not bilingual.
No, he's not bilingual.
Nothing?
He's bisexual.
Ozzy, yeah!
Best Holocaust Joke by a Jew, Teresa Strasser.
Do you listen to this at home?
Every once in a while when I'm going on a road trip, I just turn it on.
What do all your cats do?
They actually sought out the tainted food. Feline Jonestown.
Meowschwitz.
That's funny. That's good.
For Story We Never Need to Hear Again, Danny Bonaducci.
Gretchen one time asked me very seriously if she died, would I ever marry again? And I said, baby, I would bring a date to your funeral.
Best freestyle rap by a listener.
Man, I'm going to put it down because I'm a big money folder. Catch me on the radio live with Adam Carolla, Danny Bonaducci, and that girl Teresa. I'm going to break them out feeling classic like a Mona Lisa.
The deaf frat guy for most insulting interview.
Danny, first of all, I would like to commend you on your bravery for doing this interview. You showed a lot of heart, and I respect you for that.
Thank you very much.
Now, you have been called a steroid-addled, smoke-belching, sandpaper-throated sociopath.
Only by my friends.
This is a horribly insulting interview.
Subject.
This is a witch hunt, deaf frat guy. This is not an interview.
Cancer Danny for best singing through a trach tube.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
And the Christine Dolce Award for Outstanding Achievement in One-Upping went to Danny Bonaducci.
I won a lot of these bitches, huh? How many average viewers did Welcome Back Kotter have?
About 16. I think, when there was the 3 networks, you didn't have much of a choice.
Part of the time we had 40 million a week.
Really?
Yeah. That was edited, by the way. Hence the 3 networks thing. That's why we all had 40 million, because that's how many Americans there were, and we had 3 channels.
Don't be a one-upper, like I said before.
All right, so I believe we are looking at... Dun, 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 dun. That was the other song of the year. Song of the year, Teresa?
The song of the year for 2007 is... the Gay Walking intro.
Gay Walking.
Gay. Bill wants to know if you know all the things straight guys should know. You're homosexuals. It's time for gay walking, 'cause you are gay.
Nice work to Mike Lynch.
Nice work to Mike Lynch and to all our winners and nominees. But very nice for Song of the Year.
I'll accept on behalf of myself and Rich Banks and Adam, because this was I'm glad this one won, because I did the lyrics. Adam said "Use Gold" by Spandau Ballet, and Rich Banks sang it. It was a wonderful combination of all 3 of us.
So Adam's contribution was to pick a song by some other guy.
He's gay.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I was the gay one. No thanks to me for being gay.
No thanks to the actual Mo, the actual guy that goes out gay walking.
Yeah, risking my life
being
amongst
gay
my
is its own
gays.
thanks.
All right, listen, we have got to get out the door. We want to thank our guest, Norm MacDonald, for being guest of the year. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me. That guy sounds hot.
Jay Moore for Impression of the Year. Sugar Ray Leonard for Fight of the Year. Baskin Robbins, just because they brought by treats for absolutely no reason. Check out Baskin Robbins Holiday Treats. Mike Dawson, Mike Lynch, Mike Coffey. God.
Chaffee.
Chaffee, you're right, thanks. David Keller, Brian Bishop. You bastard. They all really worked putting the show together. There was almost nothing for me to do. Just stay away from the phones, which is almost an addiction to me, because the show is just packed filled by your hard work. And thank you guys so much.
Seamless.
Finally, I really do hope to see you at the Christmas Carolla Show tonight at the Galaxy Theater in Santa Ana. We all hope Adam Carolla will be well enough to be there. If not, we will try and take your suggestions to make you very happy. In the meantime, and we'd all like to say this out of due respect to our great friend Adam Carolla, mahalo. Bonaducci, I hate you.
Nice job, retard.